Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm back. I shouldn't be. I slept a solid 4 hours, I think. I don't know. I blacked out somewhere in the middle of the day, and then I woke up and it was like 8 p.m. and I was just like, all right, what's up, gamers? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hold on, I'm just trying to get set up here. Cables. I got cable management going, but my cables still aren't long enough. Hold on, I just want to make sure everything here is working. Did I close Warudo? Did I really? Did I actually? I did. Wait, when did I close it? I don't remember closing it. Oh my god, it closed. I never closed that. I had a whole thing set up. I fixed the animations. Oh, that's not good. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. We are beating Painscreek because I want it out the way so that way we can make room for either Oblivion or Expedition 33, which comes out tomorrow. And I'm so excited. Did it save my blueprint? Screen overlay. No, environment toggle. It didn't. I don't know why it closed. That's so strange. Oh well, this won't take very long. I know what I'm doing now. I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. That goes to ghost. This goes to generic. Copy, paste. Bring down here. And then I have to find a sit animation. Oh, what was it? I'm very curious if I can import my own animations into Warudo, because some of them, because they have like a library that you can choose from that are just presets, and a lot of them are nice, but a lot of them I don't really see myself using. But one of them for the guys, his legs are just spread open, just open season for everyone to see, to everyone catch a whiff to whoever walks past. And it's just like, oh damn, like that is not, because the backdrop has a like a campfire, and I was like, all right, what kind of thing can I put back there so that way I could, you know, sit and whatever. And I was like, all right, let me try to find one where it's just me like lounging, and it was just like, nope, pussy out to the world. All right, let me see here. Camera one. I want it to orbit. And now my stream deck isn't working. That's so strange. That is so weird. Hi Bree, hi Cap. I'm doing a little bit of troubleshooting here. For whatever reason, it ain't working. I had everything set up and ready to go. And then I started stream, and then of course, you know, streamer, VTuber lore states that I have to have scuff. Let me see here. No, it just not works. Not working. Don't know why. I was set up and ready to go. I swear to you guys. I had it looking gorgeous too. And I was just sitting in here messing with OBS a little bit, making sure everything was fine. You know, tweaking the audios here and there. And now everything's just brokey. Classic streamer. Why is this not working? I wish I knew why this was broken. Receiver name is seen. The scuff must flow. It's not a good stream unless there's a scuff. It's just not working. I don't know why. Is it because... Hold on. Hey, what's up? Hold on. No? Okay. I thought it was because I was in the starting soon screen. I thought it was because I was in the starting soon screen. Hi, everybody. Hold on. We figure this out. It's that dude. Yeah, it's that goofy bastard. He's live again. Oh, wait. There's one thing I haven't done yet. Let's see here. Is it looking at the camera? Camera. Control mode free. Control the input. Follow the character. Field of view. Really? Character isn't staring at the camera? That's interesting. I thought I was. Hmm. This is so strange. Nothing wants to work. Got a Ford ad? Oh my god. I thought I turned off pre-rolls. Oh wait, look at IK. Number one. Oh no, that's mega broken. Oh god, why is it so... It's mega broken. Oh god, hold on. Everything about this is broken. No, don't save. I'm gonna see... I don't know why it closed to begin with. I don't know why everything got scuffed. I don't know why everything sounds loud. Let me know if the music gets too loud or if the background for the game gets too loud. I tweaked things a little bit. Very slightly. Because I wasn't happy with how quiet it was yesterday. Balance is good. Alright. Just vibe out for a little bit while I figure out this troubleshooting. Also, do I have the crunch emote? I do have crunch, right? Okay. So if Spotify ever gets like really gargly and crunchy, just spam crunch. I'll just look over and see a chomping cat and I'll be like, alright, Spotify's broken. Okay, go to character. Idle animation is generic. Tie that to here. Copy paste. Connect it and then set this to 11. What is it? 1110. Okay, now it's working. I guess it was just Warudo for whatever reason. It was just not working. Move this over here. And bang. And bang. Okay. All right, that'll have to do. Hey. Ooh, wait, that's not right. Why can you see everything? Huh? Why do you... What? If I... What is happening? What is happening today? Oh, it's my stream. It's bound to happen, always. Where are settings? Settings. Yeah, fixed window. 1080. Yes. Oh, I can't do fixed window size because then I can't minimize it. All right, you guys okay? You guys surviving? You guys all right? Everything's okay now. Everything's fine now. Oh, man. But yeah, because the reason why I was tweaking it is because now I can do this. I should actually probably fix this real quick. Oop. So yeah, that way now I'm properly on screen, and then I can transition back to sitting. So yeah, little itty bitty tweak, but pissing and shitting right now, dude, that is me right now. Oh my gosh. I need to play Signalis right now. Oh, do you have to? It's such a great game. I always recommend it to everyone. It's such a good game. Because it's like, it's one of those games that you have to deep dive to understand the story and the lore. And then when you deep dive, it kind of leaves it doesn't give you straight answers. That's the thing. It leaves it up to like viewers' interpretation. So you have to figure out like what the story is based on context clues and based on what you've learned and what you know. So it's such a good game. Like that is the only Steam game that I 100%ed. It is so good. It's always worth it. Bought it day one, never played it. Oh, dude, you gotta do it. I mean, that's not psycho behavior. That's just Steam. That's just PC gamer behavior. I do that all the time. I bought so many games and I just never played them. But that's what we're doing today. We're gonna beat those games today, and we're gonna be doing that with Painscreek Killers. We are near the end. So for anyone who's joining who wasn't here yesterday, or for anyone who had to leave early, we are at a point in the story where, and this is spoilers, right? But if you don't want to watch 9 hours of footage, right, you're in the right place. Basically, the plot that we are up to with this. There was a scandal in 1975 where supposedly a lady named Sophia, who was a childhood friend of the church pastor, Father Matthew. Father Matthew wanted to be close to Sophia, so he vouched for Sophia to get a job at the manor. There, she became a maid. She started in 1973, had an affair with Charles because his wife, Vivian, who's the girl that we're trying to investigate her murder, she had a miscarriage and she was in the hospital after delivering her firstborn, Trisha, but she had complications. So she was in the hospital for 6 months. During those 6 months in 1974, Sophia and Charles had an affair. They had a son named Vincent. Vincent was basically a bastardized son. But the reason why this is bad for Vivian is because Vivian produced a female. She was supposed to produce a male because her mother-in-law wanted to keep the family line going for the business. But Vivian didn't produce a male. Sophia did. So what happened was the mother-in-law was going to kick Vivian out of the family to invite in Sophia because she is the mother of Vincent, and she was going to continue the family line. So what ended up happening was Vivian planned with the doctor, Henry Johnson, and one of the groundskeepers, Andrew Reed, to basically cover the whole thing up. And so what they ended up doing was they ended up killing Sophia and dumping her body in the well. They were supposed to kill the baby, but Andrew couldn't bring himself to kill the baby, so he gave it to Father Calvin. And Father Calvin gave the baby away and renamed it from Vincent to Scott. Now then, Scott gets adopted by Father Matthew because Father Matthew had a crush on Sophia. So he took in her firstborn, right? Because he felt like, okay, this is as close as I can get to Sophia, and started raising Scott. Scott grew up with Vivian's daughter, Trisha, and one of the other housemaid's son, Derek, right? It was the trio, right? And so don't worry, you'll catch on. This will make sense. So Derek, Trisha, and Scott were all growing up as friends in Painscreek. Trisha likes Scott. Derek likes Trisha. Scott likes Trisha. So you can see the love triangle beginning to form. Now here's the thing. Remember how I said Scott is technically the bastard son of Charles and Trisha is the daughter of Charles? They're siblings. But nobody knows that except for Vivian, Charles, Andrew, and basically the whole manor knows, right? Only the manor knows, and then the doctor, right? They're the only ones who knows. So you need an MS Paint chart for this? All right, hold on. I got you. Because this is gonna take a minute. How do you make MS Paint dark mode? I never figured that part out. MS Paint has a dark mode, supposedly. I don't know. Anyway, so here's the deal, right? So you got I got a tablet for this. I'm gonna use it. Hold on. I got a whole ass tablet here. I'm busting out the MS Paint on the X Pen. Learning? What's the learning emote? I don't think I've ever seen that. All right, hold on. I'm gonna go off camera for a second so I can explain this. All right, so you got okay, that's weird. I don't know why that. All right, so 1975. Charles, Vivian, right? The head honchos. Charles and Vivian having Trisha. Charles having Scott. Now, Scott is adopted, right? Nobody, the manor knew about him because he was the affair child between Sophia and Charles, right? So there is also Derek, right? Derek is basically the friend of the group, right? These guys are all best buds, right? The problem is that Derek likes Trisha, Trisha likes Scott, and Scott likes Trisha, right? Scott doesn't like Derek, right? These two don't like one another. So these two, as you can see from the family branch, are siblings, right? Now, I don't know her name. I'm just going to call her Marigold. Got a weird name. Marigold is the head of the family, right? She's the mother-in-law, whatever. Okay. She's the head honcho, right? She wants a male. Vivian produced a female, right? Vivian was about to get kicked out by Marigold, right? Because Marigold was like, okay, hey, wait, Defage. Oh, you guys can't hear me? Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Okay, so where was I? Charles and Vivian have Trisha. They want a male. Marigold wants a male to continue the line. She finds out that Sophia and Charles have Scott. Scott's a male. So Marigold was about to kick out Vivian and be like, hey, you're not producing an heir. We don't really need you in the family because Sophia produced an heir, right? Vivian doesn't like that. So what does Vivian do? Vivian, hold on, gets Henry Johnson, right? You get Henry Johnson and Andrew Reed, right? They go after Sophia, right, to kill her. And they do, successfully. She's dead. She is now haunting these two assholes, right? And Vivian, I would suppose, right? So then Scott, right, ends up getting adopted by Father Matthew. Father Matt, right? Father Matthew had a love interest for Sophia, and that's why he adopted Scott. Scott ends up spending time with Charles as a worker, right? He ends up becoming like a groundskeeper for all of these guys, and he ends up looking after Andrew Reed, which is like a big thing about like, oh yeah, this is how people know Scott, right? He looked after Andrew Reed because Andrew Reed was a drunk and he was still sad about killing Sophia. So Scott and Charles get along well. Charles likes Scott. This is not good news for Vivian. Vivian is worried that Charles likes Scott and will kick out Vivian, right? So then Marigold, right, ends up looking for Sophia. Marigold can't find Sophia. Vivian gets scared. So then what does she do? Kills Marigold, right? She ends up killing her. And guess who else does it? Henry Johnson. Henry Johnson gave Marigold a lethal dose of heart medication, which ends up killing Marigold. So now Marigold's dead. Are you following along? Jingle, jingle. Are you following? Hey, jingle, jingle. You following along? Yeah, you get it? Okay. So Vivian gets rid of Marigold. Everyone weeps, right? The whole scandal is covered up for a ton of years, right? Until around, I think it was 1993, right? I don't know why I wrote it like that. So now Scott, Trisha can't hang out with one another. Vivian forbids it, right? Vivian's like, nope, you guys can't hang out with one another. And the reason why is because Vivian knows two things. One, they're siblings, so it's not good. Two is that if Scott finds out his origin, right? So it's either explain that these two are siblings and tell Scott his origin, which ruins Vivian's chances, or just get rid of Scott, right? So she ends up firing Scott. Now Trisha's pissed. Trisha's like, why? That's not fair. Vivian says it because he's a poor bastard. And so Trisha hates Vivian. She hates Vivian, right? So that's what ended up happening. Now, what's very important about this is that from 1993 to 1995, Scott goes expediting, right? He starts wondering, why can't I spend time with people? Who is this Sophia character? And the reason why was because Andrew mentioned Sophia, right? It was somewhere along the line, some way, somehow. Oh no, I remember. Father Matthew, excuse my handwriting, reveals Scott was born in Painesville. Right? Father reveals that Scott had parents. Scott starts questioning. So then Scott begins to investigate about his mom, Sophia. Right? And so then around this time, he's already telling Trisha, hey, we can't be with one another because I found out the truth. So then what happens is that Scott then confronts Vivian. Oop. Right? And so these two get into a heated argument. And the way this happened was because Scott sent out a letter to Vivian stating, I know what you did. Come to the well where it all happened, where they killed his mother. And then from there, and this is what we're going to learn today, Vivian just mysteriously dies. Now, here's the thing. Scott swears up and down that he did not do anything to her, right? He wrote tons of letters to Trisha explaining this. He hired a ton of lawyers explaining it. Was it a heart attack? No. The autopsy stated that she was covered in stab wounds, right? And we found so there's a character named Bernard. He's like the house butler. Think of him as Alfred. He has in his home a lot of weaponry. And so what ended up happening was when we went to his house, we noticed an axe was missing and a Bowie knife were missing. So we need to find out what exactly happened there. Now, the point that we're at in the story is that Scott discovers everything and then confronted Vivian. Vivian dies in August. So hold on. Vivian dies in August of 1995. Trisha, now get this, also mysteriously dies. We don't know what month, but we know she dies in 95 as well. And now get this, Scott also dies in, I believe it was November of 1995. So now we have to figure out what in the fresh hell happened to Trisha and Scott. We know what happened to Sophia, but we don't know what happened to Vivian, Trisha, or Scott. We know Vivian mysteriously died, right? And it's not a family curse, right? Because here's the thing. Andrew Johnson also died, or Henry Johnson, excuse me. So Henry was the first to die in 95. I believe he died in, I believe it was April of 95. And the reason why this started snowballing was because he was also involved in a money like a money scandal kind of situation where it was like he is basically depositing money stating that it's for medical supplies and equipment, but the hospital isn't receiving any of it. So basically he's embezzling the money. So then they confront Vivian about it. And so I don't know what happened between that scandal and 1995, but something ended up getting Henry Johnson killed. My suspicion is that it was Sophia's dead ghost, because we saw her ghost haunting us when we visited Andrew Reed's burnt down home, and we got jump scared by a ghost. So we know the ghost is real. And so what we need to figure out is, because I believe what happened is Andrew died because of the guilt from Sophia, right? He just drank himself to death and then accidentally started a fire. Henry Johnson supposedly died in a car crash, and he just steered off the road and into a lake. Everyone deemed it as an accident, but what I believe happened was that Sophia's ghost spooked him, right? He probably saw her in the back seat or something, freaked out, and crashed into the lake. That's what I think. But what we need to find out right now is, how did Vivian die? How did Trisha die? And how did Scott die? Right? Because right now we have keys to go to the sewers for whatever damn reason. I don't know why we have to. And then we have to find out what happened in the hospital. We have to find out what happened to Charles, because apparently he was the only one who survived, right? So I'm suspecting that he's the one who killed Vivian, but I have no idea of knowing, right? There's no hints about what he's doing. What's this game called? Painscreek Killings, right? And so we need to find out what happened to everybody. And so what we are going to do now is we are going to travel down Scott's footprints and find out exactly what it was that he found, right? Because apparently he was sneaking around under the city looking for something. We need to find out what. So I believe that the sewers are going to lead us to the generator room in the hospital, because we have to turn on the hospital, right? There's a lot of secrets in there, because Trisha mysteriously got admitted to the hospital, I believe in 93, or maybe shortly after August of 95. I don't really know for sure. But all that I do know is that this shit is wild. I made fun of it for being like a really weird game. And now I am deeply invested in this game. So, you guys caught up? Do you guys have any questions? Now's the time, because we're going to be jumping into this. We're jumping into this. What is this? Learning? Oh, it's taking a minute. Oh, it's just a little peepo on a desk. All right, hold on. So let me disable this. I just want to jump into it. I really just want to start playing this game. I am so excited about this game, because it's one of those games where it's like super liminal. So everything feels like it's secretly trying to kill you, but there's nothing there. All right, hold on. There you go. Now you guys got your learning emote. Okay, I got my guidebook up. We visited the basement. We looted all of this. We got a key to the sewers. And now we have to go down to the sewers. Okay. So, let me update this. Painscreek. Then let me hit you with one of these. And we'll jump into it. Oh, do you guys have any questions before we jump back in? Now is the time to ask any questions. If I left out any loopholes, if you guys are lost somewhere, if you guys are wondering anything, now's the time. But otherwise, I am running straight to wherever we need to go. I think we left off in front of the well. All right, hold on. I know there's no audio. Hold on. Can I go pee? Now's the time. We're just gonna sit here. How loud is this for you guys? 'Cause I hear like white noise. Is that too loud? Can I have some white cheddar Cheez-Its? Yes, you can have some snacks. Now's the time. All right, let me catch up where we are. Oh, there's also a private detective that we have to find. He mysteriously disappeared and never came back. Because he was sent here in 97 to investigate. And then this is Bernard, the butler. He was at home when Vivian was killed. So he couldn't have killed her. He's supposed to meet the sheriff, wanted to see some files. Hidden panel. Matthew seems to be Scott's legal parent, blah, 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 blah. Vivian married Charles in 71. Yeah, so it says here, Vivian was hospitalized for a few months. She was reliant on Dr. Henry Johnson during this period. So, okay. She was taken to Painscreek for an operation in 1974. This was when Trisha was born. When... Do I have a letter about when... Vivian's medical report? No. Yeah, Henry's advice. 75. So 74 was when the affair happened. I don't know when exactly they killed the mother. They just said that they killed her shortly after this. I don't remember exactly when. Also, should I turn on the music for this game? I turned it off because I'm like, if I'm going to edit it, it'd be useful, but... Music is ominous. I don't like it. It's so spooky. Alright, you guys good? Last chance for questions. Because right now, I have the key to the sewer. I should probably also check that map. Sewer map. Because what we're going to do... I'm also going to check the audio here real quick. Because what we're going to do... I'm also going to check... Hold on. Okay, that's not bad. It sounds loud for me, but I think it's good for you guys. What's the average rainfall on Amazon? I don't know. You guys are good? Okay. So we're going to go in here. This is where Sophia died, supposedly. So before I jump in, sewer map. We're up here, top, right? We need to go to the hospital here. Where else do we need to go? I would assume the church. Because I can't imagine anywhere else that we would need to go. I have a walkthrough for a lot of this. Let's just go down here. Because Scott said that he buried... Oh, I don't like this shot. Ah, I don't like this. Oh, I hate this. I hate this shot. Is that rope loud? Can you guys hear me? Does anyone else hear this rope? Hey, I found a thing down here. It's a locket. Here she lies. 0526. Hey, someone threw a necklace down here. I don't know what it's for. Sophia, don't kill me. I'm coming back up. Don't jump scare me. Don't be like, haha, and show your face over the edge. Please don't do that. It's gonna do it. I feel it. I'm gonna peek my head over this edge and she's just gonna be standing there. I can feel it. It's gonna happen. This is that kind of game. It does that. Yeah. Oh. Surprisingly not. I don't know. This game has like... I don't know what... This game got really great at like making me feel uncomfortable. Sometimes there'd be like jump scares. Sometimes there's ghost girls hiding everywhere. Like, you guys want to see some nightmare fuel? Check this out. There she is. Just hovering over the hospital. Don't know why. She's just there. Menacingly. It's kind of freaking me out. Okay, so I have a locket. Found at the bottom of the well. Something's etched on the back. 0526. I don't know what this could be for. 0526. I have to. The one complaint that I have about this game is that they make you take notes, which like I'm not against taking notes. What I don't like is that you have to take IRL notes, and they told you that you should probably take notes. I wish there was like an in-game journal, because my first intuition is not let me reach for my gamer journal. My intuition is okay, let me try to figure out what's to what. So okay, the shed for the mansion we unlocked. Let me cross that out. Backdoor garden, we unlocked that. Photography tools we still need to get to. We've been trying to get that the entire game. There's a desk in the manor that needs a combination. It needs a king and a bishop. We have the queen. Trisha's hospital room is in 203 on the second floor. Trisha's music box we unlocked. He revealed to Trisha that they're siblings. Andrew Reed has a jammed door in his house. I don't know if that's important for us or not. Oh, wait, that's right. In the gallery, there was a safe that we're supposed to open that Bernard has the key code to, and he gave it to us in his journal. So we have to go to the art gallery. I believe that was on the second floor. Also, do you guys want to see a weird, freaky-ass stair set? You want to see a really whack-ass stair? Look at how ominous this is. I hate this. I hate everything about this. There's no reason for this to be here. They just made it like that. They made a backroomed ass hallway, and I hate it. I hate it so much. There's no reason for it to be that creepy, but it is. Okay, this is the safe. 447206. 447206. 447206. Excuse me? 447206. 447206. Okay. Now I'm a little bit stumped. Where's Aunt Cecilia's apartment code? What was a door that had a code? I don't even know if this is relevant or not. Okay, so we'll have to come back to that. That's a whole lot of nonsense. Let me see here. There's a time capsule in the cemetery that we need to get, but we can't get that until we get the tools. Wanda Tyler has a jammed drawer for her story, so we need tools for that. Safe in the gallery, we can't open that. The only thing, and then there's a generator in the hospital that we need to access. The only thing I can think of right now is to just go into the cemetery. Or not the cemetery, the sewers. So I guess we have to go do that now. Yippee! Hate this house. I hate everything about the vibe. This game is very good at like making liminal space creepy. Because you don't want to know what other game did this for me? It was you guys know a puzzle game where you had to solve like matching. Ow, that's so loud. Ow. You know, there was like a puzzle game. It's like very bright and colorful, and you have to like solve line puzzles a lot. I can't remember what it is, but it freaked me out because the entire time there were like signs that people were here, and this game did the same thing where it was like there were signs that people were like previously here before I showed up. This is kind of loud. Turning it down a little bit. How is that? Is that too quiet for you guys? Where? Right, it's down Walnut. No, not down Walnut. Where am I going? Old sewer entrance. Near Black Pine Road. I passed it. You can still hear it. It's not too quiet, is it? Like you should hear like footsteps and light piano work. Where is it? It should be around here somewhere. Good, yeah? Okay. Now we're here. Oh, this is Town Center Drive. I didn't even go down Black Pine. It's supposed to be hidden behind like some trees. this locked? No. Old sewer entrance. Where? Let me see this walkthrough. This is next to a yellow house. This is next to like some stairs. It looks like this. Wow. Dude, if I did not have a walkthrough, I would be so damn lost. Woof. Alright, into the sewers we go. This is the thing I've been dreading this entire game. Because I feel like someone's down here and they're gonna kill me and I dropped everything. Of course, this is the one time where I have to not look at my screen. Oh, I hate this. Okay. We are here. Let's go left. Oh, yummy. I love the sound of wet, stompy feet. Oh, I love a red barred door. This is great. Top has been sealed. Oh, fantastic. I'm trapped. Yippee. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna move the, okay. I'm assuming we're going to the hospital. Because they mentioned that, hey... They mentioned... You know, how do I find myself in these situations? I found an exit. This is probably the way I came in, isn't it? I'm just thinking I found something. Yep, that was the entrance. Alright. How do I do this? I got this game originally because I was like, oh, interesting. It'll probably be like a detective game where you have to investigate murders and ask people questions. And somehow I managed to find the one investigating game that is secretly a horror game. How did I pull this off? Like, look at that. Look, like, I came here to be like, ah, man, it'll be nice to just, you know, have a relaxing, cool stream to, oh god, I'm gonna die down here, to just, you know, turn on and have fun with. Where did I even go? This is to the river, I think. Going back. Right? Yeah. Because no, I'm here. And then I took a right. Oh, technically I'm on the right path then. Because then, yeah, this is the post office. So then I take another right. Right? Yes. This sucks. You were thinking you were getting a Nancy Drew, but you accidentally got an Alan Wake. Pretty much. Okay, and then... yeah, that dives off to the left. I thought that was a dead body down there. This should be the hospital. Am I here? Either way, I have to go right. How? Yeah, and it should be... okay. I think I'm on the right path. Okay. Totally not shitting bricks right now. Get out of here. Get that guy. Jarvis, explode his balls. Wouldn't it be so funny if I had a mod named Jarvis? That would be so amazing. That would be so funny. Oh, man. Ooh, okay. We're in the hospital. Oh, shit. We're in the hospital. I think this is the basement level. It is. Electrical room. All right. Turn the power back on. Okay. Power is back on. Like, look at this. Look at this. That wasn't open before. Hate it here. I hate it here. Storage. Open up. What's in here that's so important for... Hammer. Yes, because we need the tools. Dude, I swear, they have every opportunity to do horrific things in this game. But they're not, and that's what's even worse. They haven't done anything since we saw Ghost Girl. And that's what's awful about this. Can I read anything? No. No files for me. Oh, wait, yes, files for me. There's a diary. I called Dorothy last week. She told me something interesting about Sophia. There was a puzzle that she received from Matthew when she first started working at the mansion. Sort of a birthday gift for her. In that puzzle, Sophia was to visit both hers and Matthew's favorite locations in Painscreek. In each location lies a clue that Matthew had written on the wall of the building's exterior. The clues, when put together, will point to her location of her gift. I thought that was a neat idea. Favorite places: Anne's courtyard, inns and suites, the bridge over the stream by the gate entrance, and the post office. That doesn't make any sense, because I thought she said the Moon Cafe was her favorite place. It's interesting. Why would someone like the post office, and where can I find Matthew's favorite places? I received an anonymous message this morning. It claimed that Scott wasn't Vivian's killer. Unfortunately, that's all I got. I had my doubts whether Scott really killed Vivian. He sure had a motive, but upon reading all of his diaries and looking through his investigation notes, I can't help but think that Scott didn't kill Vivian. On the contrary, he was trying to actually find out who did kill her, as well as what really happened to Andrew Reed and Dr. Johnson. I still don't know if this anonymous person is a man or a woman, but they've helped solidify my thoughts on Scott. See, but then who's sending this private investigator out here? I received another message yesterday. It told me to look into Bernard, the mansion butler. I can't help but feel like this person is trying to tell me something, but not exactly what. The message said I will find something in the house. Today I received a key in the mail with the initials BH. Does that stand for Bernard's house? I've searched everywhere and I read all of Bernard's diaries. Something just doesn't add up. Maybe it's just a hunch, or simply that I'm thinking too much, but would he really have killed Vivian? I don't think so, because in Bernard's diaries it said he secretly had a crush on Vivian. There's something else about his entries that just make me pause and wonder if he was indeed a murderer. I photographed all the pages. BH. Interesting. And then Bernard, or this is the investigator's wallet. Briefcase key. Oh, where did we see a briefcase? I know we saw one and I couldn't open it. I think it was Bernard's house. All right, Ghost Girl? Secret killer? No? Okay. Can I open these? Oh, thank God I can't. All right, they're just squares in the wall. All right, good. Don't slam. All right, goody. Thank you. Thank you very much. The elevator work? Nope. I hate the hospital. I hate it here. This place is the worst. This place and the church, both the worst. You wanna know what's freaky? There's still that creepy ass Silent Hill looking door at the bottom of the church basement. Still don't have a key for it. Alright, let's go. There was a room over here that needed an electronic lock. And then that shut down the entire place. Oh, this is probably Henry Johnson's stuff. Yeah, this looks like his office. They probably didn't want us learning about too much too soon. 1993, Dr. Henry Johnson, blah, 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 blah. Dear Henry Johnson, I would like to thank you for your contribution to the Painscreek Hospital and the people of Painscreek for the past 2 decades. However, there have been reports regarding mishandling funds designated for PCH, which is the hospital, most of which came from the Roberts Relief Fund. This support was meant to help with the purchases of medical equipment and supplies. Nearly a sum of $160,000 has been estimated missing. We have no other choice except to open an investigation. Until you are able to explain the discrepancies between your accounts your accounting and ours, we have no choice but to suspend all funding for the hospital for the time being. I will be meeting you and your accountant to solve these issues so we may continue to support the hospital needs. Vivian. Okay, so Vivian wasn't a part of the embezzlement. She came across it, but she wasn't involved. That's interesting. Ooh. 203, this is Trisha's room. Alright, we get to learn about Trisha. Yeah, because she's been a weird factor in a lot of this. Trisha hasn't had a lot of involvement, but somehow she mysteriously got admitted into the hospital. Dear Charles, I don't know if it's a joke that you sent me a threat letter, but if you knew about the well, then you must have found out the truth. Just so you know, your wife was the one behind it all. If you have any grudge, it's with her, not me. I was just a witness to Sophia's death, nothing more. June 30th, 1995. This was 2 months before Vivian's death. And he never sent it. I know what you did. Meet me at the well at midnight. You know which one. Come alone. This was the same one that Vivian got. Interesting. Vivian got the exact same threat letter. So why would Henry Johnson get the same one? Yeah, the secrets. I do have this book here. I wonder if I'm supposed to use it here. Volume 10. It also has 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. 463, 463. Am I supposed to put it somewhere here? Maybe in room 203. Let's go look. Should be some stairs here. Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. See, fuck this fuck this whole town. I hate this place, dude. 209. Where's 203? I have a map. 203 is number 4. Says it's on the 2nd floor. Okay, so it's near the front. Other side. Yep, okay, so now everything's back. Before that stuff disappeared. 204, 203. Close the door, please. I don't like having the doors open. Okay. Mysteriously locked bathroom from the inside. Okay. Lots of storybooks. Yeah, they did mention that she wanted her books brought to her hospital room, but why was she here? Why is everything open? Okay, no dead body in the closet. Still waiting for a body to just fall out one day. Happily ever after. What does that mean? Scott Brooks' body found by jogger with multiple stab wounds to the heart. Yeah, November 17th. Police do not know if this is tied to the murder of Vivian Roberts. Scott Brooks, a star suspect in the Vivian Roberts case, was found dead yesterday. His body was found on the roadside along Maple Drive. Around 6:50 a.m., a jogger happened to find the body lying motionless behind a bush on the side of the road. He stopped to check if the person needed help, only to notice the body was covered in blood. He immediately called 911. The police shortly arrived after around 7 a.m., and the victim was declared dead. The estimated time of death was predicted to have happened 4 to 6 hours prior, putting the incident to have occurred around 1 to 3 a.m. Questions have been raised in regards to the murder of Vivian Roberts, of which Scott Brooks was the key suspect of. He has been released from prison due to insufficient and blah, 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 blah. Somebody wanted Scott dead, but why? Ooh. Looks like a room key. To what? I can't imagine what rooms we need to unlock. Yesterday, on hearing that Scott was apprehended for the murder of her mother... What? Yesterday, on hearing that Scott was apprehended for the murder of her mother, Trisha collapsed. The hospital called this morning to inform us that it was just a nervous breakdown. However, they suggested that she should stay there for another few days. Charles has asked me to stay by her side. Whose writing is this? It rained today. Trisha said she always hated rain. She stayed in bed, tucked into her blanket, nearly the entire day. Here and there, she mutters Scott's name out loud. She cried herself to sleep a few times. It pains me to see her like this. Charles visited Trisha almost every day. Today, he was rather quieter than usual. All of a sudden, he told me that Vivian had been seeing another man, apparently a banker, for more than a year. He asked me if Vivian ever talked to me about it. I said I didn't know anything, but he was sure that Vivian would never have done such a thing. Then I realized that Trisha was awake. I'm not sure if she heard our conversation. That's interesting, because yeah, there has been 0 reports of Vivian causing an affair. Like, yeah, she does some shady shit, but the only shady thing that we know about was that she collaborated with Andrew and Henry to kill Sophia, and then collaborated with Henry to kill her mother-in-law. But that's it. This is news to me about an affair. And this is... yeah, this is shortly after her death. Sheriff Howard came today. He asked me if I remember seeing anything suspicious the night Vivian died. I already told him everything I knew. It's frustrating to be asked over and over about things that I just want to forget. Before he left, I asked if Scott was really the killer. He said he's wondering the same thing. If Scott wasn't the killer, then who killed Vivian? Derek came by to see Trisha. I asked him how he was doing. He said that the medical expenses for Wanda... so Wanda, for anyone who doesn't know, is Derek's mom. Wanda has cancer. She's in the hospital. It's very tragic. Wanda was one of the housekeepers. Wanda were more than expected. Even with Charles' help, he's been forced to use up most of his savings. He's currently searching for a second job. He asked me if there was a future for him. Traveling with Charles made him see some of the rather ugly sides of the world. His mother is hospitalized with terminal cancer, and seeing his best friend Trisha like this pains him. I didn't know what to tell him. Before he left, he leaned close to her and whispered, "Would it have been better if Scott just never showed up? Would you have chosen me?" I wish I didn't hear that. But who wrote this? Was this Dorothy? Okay, it was Dorothy. Dorothy was like a second mom to Trisha. So Trisha was admitted to the hospital for psychiatric care. But how did she die then? I can't imagine it would be because of heartbreak. Okay, so we have a key to a briefcase. Key with the initials BH on it. We have a hammer, which we can use to pull up the nails for a bloody floorboard that we found in Bernard's house. And a key. Maybe this is to Dorothy's house? Since this is the journal that we found it with? I'm just checking the guide real quick. Yeah, go into the office. Oh, there was a voicemail in that Henry Johnson's place that we missed. Beep 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 beep. Oof. Dude, I am so excited to play Oblivion because I have never played it before. And laughing man. Glad to be able to catch you streaming. Thank you for the 4 months. Holy. Yeah, I'm getting back into it. I was ranting about it yesterday where I was like, man, I don't know why I don't stream, blah, 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 blah. And then I had a lot of fun and I was just like, yeah, I kind of want to play again.
Henry, I just received a letter from the NMB investigation firm regarding the use of the RRF funds. I need you to call me.
Okay, so this is about the embezzlement.
Henry, we really need to talk. Please call back.
This is still Vivian.
What's going on, Henry? Why aren't you returning my calls? This is really important.
Okay. So this is important. Henry Johnson's death. When did he die? This is around July 13th. The hospital confirmed that Johnson last checked in on June 28th. So between June and July. And then there was this in May. I don't know if he wasn't returning the calls because he was dead or if it was because he was just dodging. Also, there's a note here on the walkthrough. In the third drawer on the right, you will find 2 letters. One is a threatening letter with the other is a reaction to it. Note the strange E in the threatening letter. Yeah, because somebody yesterday mentioned that all the E's are very weirdly placed. Like, they're slightly higher than everything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 of them. Hold on, I'm just checking. Room 203. Unlock that. Grabbed everything. Okay, yeah, it was a key to Dorothy's house. Alright, that's all I needed to know. This is why I have the walkthrough, because sometimes it's not very clear as to where everything goes. That's my one gripe about this game, though, is that, just checking out for Ghost Girl, that it's not very clear as to where you need to go next. You have to use context clues and past events that you've... Sorry, this is loud. You have to use, like, what you've learned so far to move forward. But the problem is that sometimes the info that you gather is very, like... not muddied, but you haven't filled in all the blanks yet. And sometimes that's because I went out of order. And so, like, I would have to piece some things together, but I didn't have all the pieces. But because I didn't go in order, it wasn't very clear as to where I needed to go next. So the one thing I wish is that the keys would tell me, like, they would maybe give me hints. Or, like, you know, they would have, like, more labels on it. Because they're very clear about it, but... yeah, so this is locked. Okay, what do you have for us, Dorothy? Pendant of Mother Mary. Okay. No, open that. Hello? Daughter of ex-mayor found dead at the hospital. Trisha Robert falls from 40-foot rooftop and lands on her head and dies. So that's who that was. There's an outline that we saw yesterday of like a body from like a rooftop. And I assumed it was the investigator, because I assumed it was like the ghost girl pushed the investigator off the roof. No, it killed Trisha. Yesterday morning, the body of Trisha Roberts was found on the grounds of Painscreek Community Hospital. She was pronounced dead at 7:20 a.m. According to Miss Thompson, she was starting her morning shift when she heard some sound near the reception area. She went out to find Trisha lying motionless. Blood was flowing out from her head. She quickly called for Dr. Bennett. Okay, I don't think I met that name yet. The attending physician for the day's morning shift, who brought Trisha to the emergency room at once. Unfortunately, it was too late. Hospital CCTV footage shows that Trisha Roberts was walking around in the hospital at 6:30 a.m. She headed to the roof at 6:54. A few minutes later, her body was found on the ground 3 floors below. Charles Roberts, ex-mayor of the father of the deceased. Okay. So she probably ended up committing suicide because of the grief. Because mom died. Love of her life is secretly her brother and can't be with her anymore. And then the other best friend was basically being like, yeah, good riddance, I hated that guy, and just kind of like rubbing salt in the wound. So she probably died from grief. Wish I could read the rest of this. Who is this for? Wait. Probably paperwork for Trisha, I'd imagine. Ooh, diary. Friday, October 27th, 1995. Okay, so this is before Scott is dead. Scott was released from prison this morning. Matthew went to go pick him up. There's a lot of tension here in Painscreek. Most people think of Scott as a murderer. Charles tried to stop Trisha from seeing Scott, but it's no use. She was already waiting for him at the cabin. Monday, November 6th. Charles is drinking again. He couldn't stop Trisha from trying to see Scott, yet Scott seems to be avoiding her. Trisha should not have been discharged from the hospital at this point. She still needs help and rehabilitation. Derek and Scott fought at the market today, November 14th. Derek asked Scott why he's avoiding Trisha. Scott didn't say anything. He just walked away. Derek told him to not come back anymore. It's sad to see what's happening to them now. They used to be such good friends. Scott was killed 2 days later. Derek killed Scott. I'm calling it. Trisha's been going crazy ever since Scott died. She sometimes screams in the middle of the night. Here and there, she'll ask us why Scott hasn't visited her for a while. No one seems to know how to answer without agitating her condition. December 6th. Trisha is finally being admitted to the hospital for another mental breakdown. Charles doesn't know what to do. I've asked for his permission to take care of Trisha at the hospital until he recovers, or she recovers. I think Charles appreciates my help. That's the full story of Dorothy Patterson. We just got an achievement. She died when? December 27th. Okay, so it went... Henry died first, then Vivian, then Scott in November, and then Trisha died from the heart grief. Damn, that's tragically sad. Sophia. Wait, what was 05? No, hey, 0526. 0526. I love this. Whoa. What's all this? Dear Sophia, March 1975. How have you been? I hope everyone is treating you well at the mansion. It's been 6 months since my missionary work started here in Indonesia. Life here is hard but meaningful. I think this is from Matthew. I thought my life at the orphanage was miserable, but after coming here, I realized I am more blessed than I could have ever imagined. I'm supposed to be back in 1 week's time, but I recently decided that I'll be extending my stay here for another 6 months. I haven't received any letters from you for a while now. I hope you're doing well. Remember the time when we were at the orphanage, you said you don't want to be poor anymore? I think God heard your call and brought you to Painscreek. Charles and Vivian told me they were glad I introduced you to them. They said you are a hardworking person with a kind heart, and that us being related was not the reason they hired you. So, Matthew lied saying that they were related so he could basically get her an easier vouch into the mansion, but they're not. They grew up at the same orphanage. They like each other. Well, apparently Sophia has other plans. I don't know. You got the job on your own merit. I did not know whether or not to tell them we are not actually cousins. I should just let the story tell itself. I don't know why I'm interrupting it. I'm so sorry. I feel bad for lying to them. I guess I'll have to tell them the truth someday. Having said that, I'm glad you're in Painscreek. We can talk and meet anytime, just like the good old days at the orphanage. I'll do my best here. I hope you can wait for me. Best regards, Matthew Brooks. P.S. I prepared a special present for your birthday. Wait for my telegram that day. Okay, and we're supposed to find where that present is. From Sophia. August 30th, 1974. I know some people don't like me. Wanda always picks on me and Bernard ignores me most of the time. Andrew, well, he's okay as long as I'm not in his garden. Dorothy cares a lot about me though. I like her. Tom, our security guard, treats me with respect even though I'm just a housemaid. Vivian and Charles are kind to me. Oh, and Matthew too. I almost forgot about him. He's been taking care of me forever, certainly as long as I can remember. I'm a lucky girl. October 20th, 1974. Matthew talks to me whenever he has time. Sometimes I feel like he's trying to escape his chores at the church. We'll talk about everything under the sun, our hopes, our dreams, our futures. It reminds me of our days at the orphanage. December. Landing a job here as a maid was the best thing that could have happened to me. However, I never imagined I would be having an affair with a married man, let alone my employer. Now I'm carrying his child. How do I face Matthew? March 15th, 1975. I received a letter from Matthew today saying that he'll be extending his stay in Indonesia for 6 more months. That's always been him. He's always had a noble heart, wanting to help people everywhere. I miss him, but I'm glad he decided to extend his stay there. It gives me time to prepare how I'll explain my situation to him. I don't know if he'll take it just as if he... Wait, what? I don't know how he'll take it if he just hears the truth blurted out once he gets back. So this was 2 days later. No, 3. I received a telegram this morning from Matthew wishing me a happy birthday. He told me he had a special present prepared for me. All I need to do is find the clues that he placed in our favorite places. He's waiting for my telegram after I've solved the puzzle. I actually solved it already, but I don't know what to say to him. What should I do? My baby was born today at 8:20 a.m. and it's a boy. He looks just like Charles. Dorothy's taking good care of us. She prepares the food and attends my needs. I feel like I'm her boss. Charles visits me all the time asking if we need anything else. I told him we didn't have to come so often and to instead focus on his work. As a mayor, he must have a lot on his mind. Charles told me today that his mother, Magdalene, will be arriving in 2 weeks. She knows about our relationship. I feel nervous because she's such a strict woman. At the same time, I'm happy because she told Charles to take responsibility for me and my son. Soon I won't have to be a maid anymore. Charles has decided to name our child Vincent Roberts. I like the name. Damn, that sucks. Damn, that is so sad. I don't even think... Can you guys even hear the, like, light piano in the background? And that's all of Sophia Miller's story. Damn, that is so tragic. She was so happy and excited because she was surprised that she was actually getting taken care of and not getting ran out. And then next you know, she ends up getting killed by the wife. So I would imagine that this was just to learn about her story. Oh, 1996. Dear Dorothy, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for all you've done for me. Taking care of my store on so many occasions, you've helped maintain its bright spirit. I would be lying if I said I'm not saddened by your departure. You will be greatly... Oh, I will greatly miss you. I wish you all the best in your new place, and do invite me there once you settle in. May God be with you, Olivia Gibson. So Olivia is the tutor for Trisha. He's the photographer of the town. Yeah, we need to get into his photo lab because he has tools that we need. Finally, we got the spare key. Jesus. We've been waiting for that key the entire game. That was the first thing that I was looking for in this game. Ah, man, this just makes me sad. Her story is so tragic. She came here so bright-eyed and happy and like excited for the world, and then it just got snuffed out by Vivian. And it's all because Vivian wanted to stay in the family. Why did she even want to stay in the family? I guess because like she was worried she was gonna lose everything, because technically it wasn't, because the way Vivian got famous, not famous, but like has a lot of money and success, is because she took over Charles's coal mining company after an incident happened with a certain death. And he started struggling, she picked up the slack, yada yada. And so that's how Vivian married. Okay, we need to go to Bernard's house. I think we're going to pass the photography center along the way, so we can stop by there and just get some tools. But man, that's so tragic. Oh, you're loud. Chad, are you guys okay? I feel like Chad is just like sitting and eating popcorn and just like understanding like how sad and tragic and horrifyingly grotesque this whole game is, because I feel so bad for making fun of it at the beginning, because at the first I was like dragging my feet about it. I was like, oh, I can't find anything, the puzzles suck, but now I'm like waist deep into it and I'm just like, oh man, the story is so scandalous and so sad and so tragic and there's so many twists and turns, and I'm just like, oh man, what's gonna happen next? Oh, I hate this. Alright, we're here for some tools. Preferably a shovel, maybe, because I want to dig up some stuff. It's sad but comfy, right? Like, it's like reading a book. Alright, no landlines here. Church Haven, 1995. Dear Olivia Gibson, we regret to hear that Father Matthew will not be joining at any part of the annual religious gathering event from July 18th till the 23rd. This was not when Scott killed Vivian or when he was arrested for it. That was in August. Because Vivian died in August. Henry died in before July 13th. I assume he will also inform you about this last minute change. Please send him our regards. We wish him a swift recovery so that he may serve the people. Wait, what? Reverend Tom McDermott. When did Father Matthew go to the hospital? I don't recall that. Diary. 1996. We just attended Trisha's funeral this morning. Charles tried to be strong, but by the end of the ceremony, his face was wet. Dorothy cried her heart out. It truly pains the soul to witness so many deaths occur here in Painscreek. Every one of those deaths was a person I knew, and some of them were very close to me. Among them, Vivian's death shocked me the most. Despite what the media had said, I will not for even a moment believe that Scott killed her. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Trisha's death hurt the most, probably because I spent the last few years mentoring her. She was smart, kind, very talented. She was turning into a very promising young woman. With her passing, Charles has lost all of his family members. He was all alone. I can't imagine the pain that he's going through. August 14th, 1996. Dorothy left Painscreek early February, a month after Trisha's funeral. The hospital closed shortly after. By the end of the month, Charles had packed and departed Painscreek for good. Wanda passed away on March 12, 1996. Her cancer had spread too far and too deep. The doctors couldn't save her. 2 weeks after her funeral, Derek moved out of Painscreek. Autumn's approaching. My photography store will be closing by the end of this month. I have many things to say, but there's no one left to confide in. Anyways, I've been thinking about retiring for quite a while now. Maybe my time has come. Alright, so we learned about Olivier's story. Yep, and it just gave me the achievement for it. Alright, bathroom. Pills. No. Alright, we're here for some tools. Here for some tools. That's locked. Not a good sign. Okay. Okay. That's not good. This is not great. I came here for progress and it just slammed that door in my face. Oh boy. Okay, what keys do I have? I have a briefcase key, key labeled BH, and a hammer. Just break the door down. Smash it down with a hammer. Alright. We have to go to Wanda Taylor's house, maybe? I don't know if the hammer would work on the drawer. It's worth a shot. Where? Because the thing is, I should also write it down. There is a locked glove box in the private detectives. Let me write it down. There's a locked glove box in the detective's car with a bloody handprint on it, and I'm very curious as to what's inside of it. Because we still don't know what happened to him. He never went back to work. He came here and mysteriously disappeared, so I'm assuming he died, but we still don't know how or why. Okay, I'm looking for this house. I don't think the jammed door in Andrew Reed's house has any significance. I think it's just destroyed. And because some doors are red herrings. Some of them are just there for decoration, but you can interact with it because it's... Why is the music ominous here? What the fuck? Derek's room. Was this? Oh yeah, he had a knife. And it looks like there's some rust around the hinge. Can't tell if that's blood or not, though. I wouldn't be surprised. I 100% think Derek killed Scott. And I think, because there's a time capsule that Derek and Trisha buried. So I believe that that's secretly in there. It worked. Psychiatric evaluation on Derek Tyler. Dear Mrs. Wanda Tyler, almost 5 months of sessions. Your son, Derek Tyler, is now much better. This is an 81? So this is when he was a kid. At least maybe 12 years old. We're still not unable to get him to talk much, but he has chosen to express his thoughts and feelings through written text, which is a breakthrough for him. During his last session, however, he wrote the following. Dad was standing in the middle of the road. He was waving to me. Mom was crying and her tears dripping onto my face. I woke up. Kitty was purring, licking my face. I think she wanted to go out. Mom doesn't like me to make much noise when it's late at night. Says it will wake everyone up. So I was very quiet when I opened the back door. Kitty flew away. There were noises behind the wall fence. There's a door that's always locked, but there's light behind the keyhole. I walked to the door and looked through the keyhole. There were 4 people. 2 of them were fighting. A baby crying, then one of them fell down and hit her head. He witnessed Sophia's death. She stopped moving. Her eyes were wide open. I wet my pants because she was looking at me. So he was there. Derek has been very quiet. Derek has since been very quiet. We haven't been able to grasp fully if what he wrote was real or imaginary. Nevertheless, we are concerned with his situation. Kindly get back to us so we can discuss further steps in helping him. So I don't think he has anything to do with this, because keep in mind, this is 1981. Around this time, he is a child, right? He's like, I think maybe 4 years old. I think he's like 4 years older than Scott. Pretty sure. So he's a baby, itty bitty baby at this point, but he accidentally witnessed the whole thing and had no idea what it was. 1981, the school called. Principal told me that the kids have been calling Derek names, saying that he's a bastard child. I know that Derek wants to know where his father is. I don't know what to say to him. 1981, February. The school called again and told me that Derek poked a bird's nest until it fell off the tree. After that, he stoned the chicks to death. This resulted in him being suspended at school for a week. Principal asked if Derek had suffered from any kind of trauma that would cause him to act like this. I could not tell him that Derek witnessed Sophia being killed. She knew the whole time? Wanda knew the whole damn time. He was only 5 when it happened. Derek stopped going to school. He told me school isn't for him. I should not have asked him to keep quiet about Sophia's death. He must have been bottling up his emotions all these years. Maybe it's time I start homeschooling him. Oh my god, and that's Wanda Tyler's full story. Oh, Derek is unhinged. Oh, he is off the rails. That knife is still there? Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm like, if it's gone, I'm fucked. Wow. So he witnessed it, told Wanda, and forced him to be silent about it. And yeah, it probably traumatized him. And he probably started, like, accidentally killing things, trying to investigate, like, what that was. Not, like, investigate, like, who died, but just, like, what exactly happened. Like, was that death? Like, what was that all about? Like, she was asleep, but her eyes were awake. Oh, this is so sad and tragic. All right, creepy, ominous music again. We're looking for a briefcase and a door for BH. Also, there's a cupboard upstairs that we need to remove the nails for. It has blood all over it. So we read that. See, so this is what I mean. There's axes missing, specifically 3. And there's a knife missing as well. I would assume it's a Bowie knife, but... And I can't open these either. It's just a witness of like, hey, yeah, this is missing. Maybe this door? Oh shit. Bedroom. Okay. Diary, Bernard. Day 1, hospital gave me these pills. They're supposed to help fight depression. Day 2, I feel slight dizziness. It might be the food I ate this morning. Dizziness comes and goes. I'm still able to work, not a big problem. My day off today. I didn't take the meds. By the evening, I started thinking about Vivian. I had to drive Vivian again, so I took double the dosage. I had a migraine for the rest of the day. At least I didn't have to think about her. Couldn't Vivian stop seeing that guy? Why couldn't I stop thinking about it? Now I know that my dizziness comes from those pills. The pills, they don't seem to work anymore. Doesn't matter if I take them or not. I can't stop imagining what Vivian and that guy were doing whenever they met. I stopped taking the meds. So there was an affair. And he was transporting her to him. Interesting. There's a lot that we don't know about Vivian. Oh. So was Bernard the one writing hate mail? Because Vivian would randomly get letters about her actions. 1995, January. So this is the beginning of 95. I drove Vivian today since Derek is out of town with Charles. As I was driving, we talked. She expressed that despite having a successful business, she felt empty, tired. Trisha hates Vivian for trying to stop her from seeing Scott. She seems to be really bothered by the name Vincent, and her relationship with Charles seems to be just for show. I wish I could comfort her. She's going through so much right now. If only I had confessed to Vivian about how much respect I have for her, how much I admire her. 6 days later, ever since Trisha brought up that name, Vincent, Vivian has been pretty quiet. Even during dinner, she hardly spoke. I can barely remember the last time Vivian appeared happy. I don't think anyone can blame her. Wanda hasn't been coming to work for a while now. Her illness is getting worse. I wonder how she's coping. So keep in mind, the name Vincent was the name that Charles and Sophia gave to Scott originally. That was supposed to be his name. And then Scott came across that because somebody mentioned that Trisha has a brother. I don't remember who said it. Excuse me. But this was around when Scott started investigating, and he was like, who's Vincent? And so then Trisha brought it up, and then Vivian, that was when she started getting paranoid. February. Derek wasn't available to drive Vivian again, so I offered to help. It's been a month since I first drove for her. She's been opening up more to me, telling me about the struggles she's faced with, her rocky relationship with Charles, and how she really dislikes Scott. Sometimes I would give her some suggestions when she asks what she should do. Other times she just wants someone to listen. Mostly, I'm just happy to be with her. End of February. Vivian seems rather distraught recently. During the afternoon tea gathering, I stood outside the room and tried to listen to the conversations. She feels miserable being with Charles. They hardly look at each other, let alone speak. Personally, I don't think Charles deserves her. I finished reading Vivian's biography. Half the facts were incorrect. The writer should have done his homework better. I'm beginning to piece this together because he has a lot of things about Vivian around his house. Sometimes when I'm driving for Vivian, this is March, she asks me to drop her off at the corner of the street, typically in front of Tom's Cafe. She's always telling me that she'll make it back home on her own. It aroused my curiosity, so after dropping her off today, I parked the car and watched. She ordered a cup of coffee to go. She then left the cafe and walked up the street for about 5 minutes to a residential area. She stopped in front of an apartment and pressed the doorbell. Shortly after, a man in his nearly early 30s was wearing a suit opened the door. He leaned over, hugged her. She gave the coffee to him and they exchanged some words. I couldn't hear what they said, and they entered the apartment together. Who is he? This is the 6th time that I followed Vivian. After she went into the building with the guy, I parked the car nearby to wait for her to come out. Is this considered stalking? Yes. This is a very clear depiction of what it is. About 2 hours later, a cab stopped out in front of the apartment. Shortly afterwards, Vivian came outside and the man followed closely behind. They chatted for a bit. Vivian looked extremely comfortable with him. Before leaving, she kissed him on the cheek. What's going on? I tracked down the guy. He works at a bank. Wait. The place they met is his apartment. How could she do that? Who the hell is he? Reported sick for the third consecutive day. As I laid in bed, I kept thinking on why Vivian would be seeing another man. No matter what Charles did to her, she has kept faith in him throughout the years. How could she be having an affair now? She's better than that. She's supposed to choose me. That's in May. Maybe Bernard secretly killed her. Maybe Bernard did it in like a love affair kind of a sense. Hello? Any dead bodies? No? Nope. Alright. Dead bodies in the bathtub? No. Alright. Okay. We have to digest this for a second. Vivian was having an affair. She was meeting a banker. I don't know of any other bankers that she was associated with. Not from what I saw, at least. There was the funding embezzlement. So she was sent something from Nelson and Brown Investigation saying, hey, your money's getting stolen. She wasn't aware of this. She wasn't involved in this. She went to confront Henry about it. Henry wasn't talking to her about this for whatever reason. I don't know if maybe... I don't think he was dead at that time because they said the last time he was around was in June and she contacted him in May. This is about killing the mother. Sylvia's confession letter. Who's Sylvia? I don't know who Sylvia is, but basically she knows about what happened with Sophia. Fraud fund investigation. Yeah, this was the facts to Henry. I would assume this, right? July 1st. Does June have 31 days? I don't know. But between June 30th and July 1st was when Henry died. Because he says fax it tomorrow. Never did. And it says that he died around this time. But then why send this to Henry? I know what you did. Meet me by the well at midnight. You know which one. Come alone. So we have... I don't think it was Derek. I think Derek for sure killed Scott. Like, it's very clearly lining that up. But as for who killed Vivian, we have two suspects. It could be Charles trying to cover up everything that could have happened. Which I don't know why. That doesn't make a lot of sense looking back on it, because Charles wanted Scott and Sophia. But they were long gone. So there would be no reason as to why. Maybe he would kill Vivian to try and get Scott into their life, but he would have probably done that a lot sooner. Like probably around 93, 94 when Scott started discovering all of this. And then Bernard obviously has... But Bernard has an alibi. He said he was at home during this time. He could have been lying, but... This whole affair thing with this banker is throwing me off. I don't know if maybe this is just like an alibi, or not an alibi, but like a reason I know why she secretly died. Like maybe that was what killed her and not what was happening to Sophia and the others. All right, well, we're going to find out here. Bloody knife. Serrated blade. There's dried bloodstains on it. Oh shit. So Bernard did kill her. Why did it suddenly go quiet? Okay, good. Okay, so we found the murder weapon. Serrated blade. So this is Bernard's. Bernard for sure probably killed Vivian. I mean, we have the murder weapon here. There's tons of evidence in the house. I think that was mine. I don't know. I heard like a footstep or something. But, so where's this briefcase? Oh, I know where. It's at the inn. There was a briefcase with the detective's findings in it, and he left it in his apartment. So, okay. Bernard had a crush on Vivian. He was obsessed about her. Find out that she's having an affair, and then kills her over it. So that would solve Vivian's murder. What I don't get is how... Well, he probably covered it up because Scott was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But then, who sent... I'm so confused as to who sent the threat letter. Because right in here, right? There's this threat letter that was sent to Vivian, right? I came across your name through a close find of mine. You've highly recommended you. And also, who's this? I was there when it happened. The body had been placed in front of the mansion gates for everyone to see. A few days later, Scott Brooks was apprehended as the suspect. However, there wasn't enough evidence and he was soon released. 18 months later, the police filed her case as unsolved. I tried to forget everything, but I just can't. I simply want to know the truth. So this can't be from Bernard. Maybe it was Charles? I've enclosed a copy of a threat letter that Vivian received the day she died. So Vivian received one and Henry received one. So I would understand why Vivian would get one. But why Henry? And why would it be in... Because he received it in June. He specifically said that like he typed up a letter that he was supposed to fax on June 30th, the day he got the letter. He was supposed to fax it the very next day. He never did. So then the question here is, who sent that letter to... Can I unlock you, please? Thank you. Who sent that to Henry? Oh, thank you. That's the... We needed that to solve a puzzle in Bernard's house. Oh, there was in the top... Oh, that's dumb. We were so off. The code for Charles' safe is in the gallery. Is Vincent... Wait. Oh, it's Vincent's birthday. Wait, who's Vincent? Oh. Who's Vincent? Oh, Vincent is Scott. My bad. I forgot. I completely forgot. The code for Charles' safe in the gallery is Vincent's birthday. How could I not have thought about that? Call Sheriff James, check his files. 7741. Okay. Autopsy report. June 1995. 3rd degree burns. Pneumothorax. Andrew Reed. 44-year-old old white male with burns found at home, pronounced dead at the scene. 3rd degree burns across his body, completely charred from head, face, neck, and hands. Heavily charred across from the front and the back of his body, legs, and feet. Close inspection reveals punctured lungs, along with a similar to a switchblade or a knife. Okay, that's news. Pneumothorax is a possible cause of death, but the body is too burnt to confirm. Henry Johnson, 61-year-old white mare pulled out of the car of a submerged in the lake. Victim's lungs do not contain water, shows that he did not die by drowning. Due to the prolonged submerging of the body in the water, the estimated time of death might not be accurate. Estimated time of death is between 12 to 16 days. Top right side of the skull, leaning towards the front and above the eye, has a wide crack, usually caused by a sharp object and strong force. Front torso, face, and back proportion of forearms suffer numerous lacerations. Victim most likely succumbed to blood loss before being placed in the water. So they didn't kill him by drowning. Okay, so the whole getting haunted by Sophia thing was out. Pneumothoraxis definitely didn't come from the fire. But what is pneumothoraxis? What is that? Hold on. Loss of air in the chest cavity. Interesting. So someone choked him. Usually a punctured lung. Ah, okay, so somebody stabbed him in the chest. Yeah, because they mentioned switchblades with a small knife. You don't think it was Derek, do you? He has a switchblade. You don't think that was him lashing out because he witnessed those three killing the Sophia, do you? See, now we have more suspects. I don't think it was Charles. I think Charles is out. I don't think he would have done anything because, like I said, he would have done something much, much sooner. So it's either Derek or Bernard. I think Derek killed Andrew and Henry Johnson, but I think Bernard killed Vivian. Because obviously we have the murder weapon at his house. So he obviously stabbed somebody. It's one of the three. And it says here that for Henry Johnson, he had a top right side of his skull leaning towards the front and above the eye has a wide crack, usually caused by a sharp object and strong force. Wide crack. I would imagine this is the axe, because there are also axes missing from Bernard's house. Front torso, face, and back portion of forearms suffer numerous lacerations, most likely succumb to blood loss before being placed in the water. Vivian Roberts, 55-year-old white male found lying in the front mansion gate, pronounced dead at the scene. 12 centimeter wide and 7 centimeter deep crack found on the right side of the head. Impact caused by strong force with a sharp object. Lacerations on front torso, back sides of both forearms. Victim died of blood loss. So she got hit in the head with an axe, but then was stabbed multiple times. She died from blood loss. Because 12 centimeters wide, that's a whole inch, right? It's been a while since I've looked at a ruler, but forgive me, but I'm trying to piece it together. Is it like 3 to 4 inches? Okay, so yeah, that an axe head would match. Interesting. Very interesting. Whoopsies. 12 centimeters is close to 5 inches. Okay, so I am accurate when I say it was the axe head. Okay. Either way, 3 inches, 5 inches, it still matches up with the whole fact of, okay, it was an axe head. It wasn't just the Bowie knife. So what else do I have? Well, we have the information for Bernard's place now, because now we have a picture of... So we have the safe code key, and we also have Bernard's stuff. Let's head back to Bernard's and unlock his desk and figure out what happened. Yeah, because there are missing axe heads from Bernard's house. Specifically, I think 2 or 3, one of those. But obviously we have the Bowie knife, which was used to stab. I don't know where the axes are, though. That's the missing ticket. Because it says that Andrew died from switchblade lacerations. Derek is the only one that we've seen that has a switchblade. So it kind of would make sense to me if he was the one who was killing them in like a weird psychotic kind of sense. I think for sure Derek killed Scott. I think that's just very obvious, but I'm curious about this portion of it. Okay. Let's see here. We can delete this. Okay, so this puzzle is very strange. Basically, it was to subtract the yellows from the scores of the reds. So the outer ring is double. Okay, so we have 20s on the triple ring, right? For this one right here. So that would be 60, right? So we got 60. Bullseye is 50 points. And then 18 times 2 is, 36. So that would be 6, 5, 11, 146. The yellows are on 7 and 2, so minus 9. That would be 16, 3. It's 146 minus 9, guys. I can't do math. 137. Okay, thank you. Okay. So now, let me take a looky here. Yeah, so study room locked desk hint. Subtract yellow darts points from the red darts total. The red darts total was 146. Subtract the yellow darts points from the red darts total. 137. So here's the problem. This is 4 digits. We only have 3. So I don't know if this is supposed to stay 0. 1, 3, 7. Oh, this is gorgeous. All right, Bernard, what did you do? July 21st, 1995. The police reported that Vivian was murdered. Wait. In July? It says she died in August. Interesting. Whatever. When the police reported that Vivian was murdered, I was floored. I still don't know what to do. My mind is blank. All I can think of is, how did it happen? How can Vivian be dead? Everyone's mourning about Vivian's death. People are coming and calling in to express their condolences. Charles hasn't been out of his room for days, and Trisha's crying her heart out. Dorothy has been assigning busy work to all the mansion employees, hoping that it would take their minds off of Vivian's death. Samuel, our security guard, has been reviewing all of the tapes of the past 2 weeks for any suspicious activities. I wish I could be of any help. Scott was just apprehended for the murder of Vivian. Is it true? No one would have thought of that. I could never, ever believe that Scott would be capable of killing someone, let alone Vivian. Yet it makes me so mad. I feel confused. Trisha was admitted to the hospital today. She had a nervous breakdown after finding out that Scott could be her mother's killer. Her condition is getting worse over the past few weeks, and no one has been able to properly help her. Charles finally decided to seek help from the hospital. So this is October. So now the whole thing is blown over, and now Scott's getting out. Yeah, his bail's today. Matthew never believed that his son killed Vivian. He hired some fancy lawyer to defend him. Scott's been released on bail today. It's beyond ridiculous. I don't think Scott should have been released at all, despite the insufficient evidence. He killed Vivian. I thought you said he didn't. I know that he's guilty. Everyone knows it. They should have gone ahead and prosecuted him. But you said he wasn't. Interesting. The maids were cleaning the mansion when they found some stuff belonging to Vivian, a key and some stationery. I asked Charles what he'd like to do with them, but he told me to take care of it myself. I brought them back to my place. Vivian's death has caused a lot of grief to everyone, especially Charles. After now hearing how heartbroken Charles was 2 nights ago, I can't bear to see him suffer anymore. Scott should pay for what he did. He he killed Scott. That's what that knife was. Oh, and that's the end of Bernard's story. Holy fuck. Bernard killed Scott. Okay, but we still don't know who killed Vivian. A desk key. Wait, that's it? No, that can't be it. It said that he... Huh. Well, let me check my journal. So when did Vivian die? July 21st. Henry Johnson was found July 14th. And Andrew died June 9th. Interesting. So who killed these three? Because now, okay, so now we're answering the questions, right? I said I wanted to know who killed Vivian, Scott, and Trisha. Trisha committed suicide because of the grief. Scott was killed by Bernard because for whatever reason he blamed Scott for killing Vivian, the love of his life. But who killed everyone else? Because Derek is still a key suspect in all of this. Because it said Andrew had lacerations from a switchblade. Huh. I'm just trying to think. Like, I know we have the safe code. Yeah, call Sheriff James, check his file 7741. So we have to go back to the sheriff's office. Check this. Charles's birthday. Or Vincent's birthday. And I know we have a date for that because Sophia gave it to us. June 1st, 1975. So that would be 6175. 619 or something like that. All right, so let's head back to the sheriff's office. See if we can find anything there, because I know where the safe is. Right, we can easily access that. And then we still have to... Okay, so let me check my notes. Glove box card we still need to do. Trisha's hospital room we accessed. Time capsule we still need to. Photography we entered. Generator hospital we have done. Photo lab we have done. Patterson key we have done. The safe in the gallery we have to get to. The desk manor we still need to get to. And the time capsule. Oh, and the glove box. Oh, and we also got Wanda Taylor's drawer. That's good. Okay, so we need the glove box, the safe, the desk, and the time capsule. But for the time capsule, we need a shovel. There's still a lot of the sewer we never discovered. Like, we never went here to the church. Let me check the guide real quick. Oh, there was a tool that I missed in the Photoshop. Alright, let's stop by there real quick. Like I said, without this guide, I would be so lost. Because there are some tiny, itty-bitty little, teeny tiny little, tiny little details that I would easily miss. And the reason why is because everything looks interactable, but at the same time, it just looks like props. Where is it? Yeah, this. Apparently, like, how would I have known? How would I have known to look there? Right? It just looks like a prop. It looks just like a part of the environment. I wouldn't know that this is openable. So I'm like, how would I know that? I don't know. Alright. So we got that. Oh, wait. We also need to figure out, Sophia's gift. We need to explore places. Forgot all about that. It said the post office, the Moon Cafe, and the inn. Let me go look at the inn real quick. It said there was clues written on the building. I don't know where. See, because I was told that she liked this Moon Cafe, so that's why I'm like a little bit puzzled. Maybe it's in the building, like just hiding somewhere. I don't know. Let's go to the sheriff's office. I ain't got any time to figure out that dead woman's gift. I don't know. Also, this game is apparently like 20 hours. We're only like 5 hours into it, but we're near the end. We're in the final chapter. So we should be getting this done tonight. Okay, 7741. That's what we gotta keep an eye out for. I think there was a desk lock. No. Maybe you? Oh yeah. 7741. Sweet. Classified documents. Okay. Sheriff Howard. The crack in Vivian Roberts' skull shows that the weapon used is an object with a heavy and a sharp end. Something like an axe would fit the description. To cause the crack that big, the attacker must have been rather strong. I'm assuming it's either a man or a strong woman who is experienced in the use of that weapon. The victim must have been facing the attacker because of the lacerations found around the front of her torso, as well as the back side of both forearms, showing that she tried to block the attack by holding up her arms. The fatal strike landed on the right side of the victim's head, just above her right eyebrow. This clarifies the following. The victim was facing the killer. The killer was strong enough to land a clean but deadly blow. The killer was left-handed. The only person I know of that's left-handed is Bernard. Let me keep reading before I investigate. Since the murder weapon was never recovered and confirmed, my suspicion of it being an axe still remains. Since this is me doing you a solid, do not, under any circumstances, leak this information or I'll be in big trouble. The guys here in Grand City don't want anyone more than necessary to know about these details. Hope the above information helps. It's Sean Smith. There was... Who was it? Somebody, I can't remember who. Was it Mary? Mentioned that Bernard hurt his left hand. Who was it? Was it Wanda? No. Dorothy? Oh my god, one of these guys. Damn it. I remember we read a journal and they mentioned that Bernard hurt his left hand. Miller, Scott Brooks, Olivier, Matthew. I'm thinking it's this. Vivian, she asked about my parents. I hope you only heard something. On her sec, and I feel sorry for him. And I pray she gets well soon. Andrew stared at me. I assume Scott was Andrew's son. Yeah, here. March 3rd of 1995. I had to interact with Bernard today. His left wrist was pretty swollen badly. When I asked what happened, he claimed he fell during rock climbing and twisted his left hand, so he can't help with writing the Easter invitations this year. I told him he only needs his right hand for writing. He looked at me as if I was joking. How could I have known that he was left-handed? So the killer is for sure left-handed. Let me check. Where's Derek's handwriting? Derek Tyler. He's left-handed. He's left-handed. And I can tell because when I write, I'm right-handed. My letters slant to the right. His are slanting to the left. And it's because of how I hold my pencil, right? Because it's like when you hold it at an angle, right? In your right hand, it leans to the right. In your left hand, it leans to the left. Damn. This is why I like this. Small context clues, right? Like the environmental storytelling of that told me that, like, okay, you have their journals, you have their handwriting, you can determine which ones are left and right-handed. God, this game is good. Okay, I have a desk key found in Bernard's house next to his diary. Tool used to tighten and loosen bolt screws and pipes, could be used on drain covers. I'm assuming this is to get to the sewers. Okay. We got this. And then... Wait, there's a key in here? Oh my god. This is from very beginning game stuff, man. God. Car key. How was I supposed to know that that key was gonna be in there? How was I supposed to know? Alright, let's go open up the car. That's good detective work. Thank you. This is what I'm saying. I love mystery games. I love piecing it together and like watching all the puzzle pieces fall into place and like using your brain to like figure out detective clues. The problem is that games like this are so long. People are just like, dude, I don't have 10 hours to listen to you ramble about why you think Derek is the killer. But it's fun. In the long run, if you stick with it, it's very fun and interesting. All right, let's figure out why there's a bloody handprint here. Lockbox 201. Okay, that's for the inn. Can I? Hello? Pick up. Steve Moss, the detective. My head hurts, my tire's flat, and my phone's not working. Someone trying to stop me from leaving Painscreek? Am I close to discovering something? Oh god, I thought he was the one. I was wrong. He's not the killer. He's not. Am I gonna die? So he probably suspected it was Bernard. It's gotta be Derek. He's been showing signs of like psychiatric instability. He's left-handed, right? And he's been like very strange about a lot of things. Locked toolbox. I don't know why I can't unlock it. Where is this? What's the button for? He's on to me, and I had to hide the key in one of the drains by the roadside. You'll never find. Can't move it. Okay, 97. Ever since I received the messages and the key, I've been following the anonymous person blindly. What a fool I had been. I need to revisit my investigation notes and see if I might have missed anything important. I looked through the alibis recorded by Sheriff Howard. There were 6 interviews. Charles, the dad, Matthew, the father of Scott, Bernard, the butler, Dorothy, who was like the mother to Trisha. She's the main maid. Mary, who's the new girl, and Derek. Then I noticed it. One of them is lying. It was recorded that there was an event, yet I remember reading somewhere that had been canceled. Where did I read it again? I can't seem to remember. I remember reading somewhere about it being canceled. Oh god, now I can't remember. An event that was canceled. The only one I can think of is that in 93, Scott was supposed to meet Trisha, but he ended up canceling because he had an extra shift. Oh my god, I just realized that the E in all of the killer's messages is slightly off in comparison to all the other letters. If I can find that typewriter, I can find who killed Vivian. The only typewriter is in the... And that's the end of Steve Moss's story. The only typewriter is in the basement of Scott's house. I need to see something. 1990. Need to investigate this. Yeah, okay, so there's a wall lamp with a writing that says what's the button for. I hid the key in one of the drains by the roadside. Okay, so it just says look around with the wrench. I'm just trying to think. Okay, let's... First of all, Sophia Miller. June 1st. Let me just take a picture. I can't take a picture. I can't take a picture. June 1st, 1975. So 06. So 6/1, 1975. 6/1, 1975. 6/1, 1975. 6/1, 1975. Gotta be Derek. He's the only one that's been making sense to me right now. Gotta bounce since I have a long ass day of texture painting, but thanks for the cozy time. No problem, Cap. Take care. Hope you have a good time. Alright. We need to look for floor drains in the road. Let's go back to the mansion and unlock that safe. I'm just running around trying to find drains. Aha! Need something to pull these bolts. Nothing. Okay. So it's just an Easter egg hunt at this point. Nothing. Alright. So let's go unlock this safe, see what's in it. I would imagine it's probably Charles's story. Or at least a clue to help us get closer to his story. Because what else do I have to open? So we have glove box in the car done. Time capsule we need to open. Safe in the gallery. Sophia's gift. Okay, so the safe, which we're about to do. The desk. Sophia's gift. We also need to find a typewriter. And what else? I know about the key, but wall lamp. Okay. So let's go to the gallery. And hopefully it will reveal some more stuff that we need. Dude, this is beginning to freak me out. Because I keep feeling like somebody's here. And they've just been watching me. This is why I hate liminal games. I didn't even know this was going to be a liminal game. Okay, what did I say it was? 6/1, 1970... No. 6/1, 1975. Oh yeah, what's in here? Okay. This is... the Queen? Question mark? Ooh. July 31st, 1995. Can't believe that Scott killed my wife. It's being spewed all over the media. How? Why? He loves Trisha and I treated him like my own son. Doesn't make any sense. I visited Scott today. I asked him why he would kill Vivian. He did not answer, but he simply looked down at the floor. I wanted an answer so desperately that I nearly rattled his neck. Does he even feel any guilt or remorse for what he's done? How can he not say anything? Okay, this confirms that Charles is not the killer. He's a victim. I visited Scott again today, knowing that he will be released soon. There just isn't enough evidence to pin him. He looked thinner than before, but I didn't care. I wanted to know why he killed Vivian. When I asked, he stared at me. I was so angry that I yelled at him. I was about to leave when out of nowhere he said, I pity the ignorant. the hell does that mean? I got drunk last night at the inn. Scott's a free man now. I think I babbled about how much I despise Scott and what I would do if I had, or do to have someone get rid of him. Did I really say that? How did I get home anyways? Probably Bernard. Oh right, Bernard was with me. He drove me home. Bernard killed Scott. This confirms it. Oop. Just gonna take a little bit of a picture right. Yep. Thank you for all your account number. Yep, thank you. Got me all the fancy little numbers. Study room, desk hint, chess pieces. Knight, queen, bishop. Yeah, I gathered that, but I need the pieces. I, Charles Robert of be sound mind. Testament of 1975 to 1975. Article 2, be of my will be testified, should a boy be born to the Roberts family that is the direct lineage of Charles Roberts, if he is the eldest son and no others contest, he shall inherit all of the family's fortune upon Charles Roberts' passing. The sole condition to this is that the son must be of at least 25 years of age. My firstborn child of Roberts' family shall inherit 50% of all the family's fortune should Charles Roberts pass away. Vincent Roberts, born of Charles Roberts and Sophia Miller on June 1st, 1975 in Painscreek, I can't remember the name of the place, should be officially acknowledged as a family member of the Roberts family effective July 1st, 1975. So this was why Vivian wanted Scott gone, was because if he reached a certain age, he would just automatically inherit. Okay. Damn, this is getting crazy. So Bernard for sure killed Scott. We know this as a fact. We're still not closer to figuring out who killed Vivian, Henry, and Andrew. Because here's my thought, right? My thought process. Who had access to the hunter's cabin? Because in the hunter's cabin is the basement that has a typewriter, right? People who had access to that was Trisha and Scott. What I'm curious about is, did Derek have access? That's what I need to know. 1990s. Peterson passed away of age of 81. Turns out that I enjoy being with him and feel comfortable talking to him. Quote again today, I can't stand Father Master's preaching attitude, blah 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 blah. It's been a month since Charles gave me the cabin to stay. I still don't know where to start my investigation. Andrew has been drinking. Bernard asked me to bring him home today. Whenever he's drunk, he accuses himself, saying that he's a sinner. Sometimes he would mutter the name that I've never heard of before. Of all names, I think I only recognize Magdalene. I just can't remember where I've heard that name before. Returned from the orphanage. Alright, I asked Andrew about Sophia. He first freaked out, asking I shouldn't go around saying that name. Then he said he never heard that name. Where did I read that somebody had access to the cabin? I feel like it was also Derek. $1990. Went cycling today. By the time we crossed the line, the brakes didn't stop. Cleaning the garage, Charles asked me if I would like to be a chauffeur. He said he's a current driver and he wants to spend more time with his grandchildren, blah, 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 blah. Great opportunity. I said yes. Trisha came today and we suggested we make our own time capsule before I start my new job. I thought it was a good idea. We buried the box near a big stone in the cemetery. Before leaving, we made a promise to each other that we will open it up in 10 years. I had a chance to walk around New York today, blah, 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 blah. Charles treats me very well and gives me some allowance. We went hunting near the river. According to Scott, there's a nest in the drain hole. Wait. Okay, so around this time, Scott's already in the cabin. So Derek was also at the cabin in the 90s. Miss the old days when it was just Trisha, Scott, and myself hunting in the back of the woods playing by the lake. I don't appreciate Charles again, but And then 93, I didn't feel well today. I had a nightmare last night. Can't remember what it was, but it was unnerving. I see Scott all the time, and since he started working at the mansion, he's always with Trisha. Mom says he feels better these days, blah, 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 blah. I am so baffled by this. Where did I read that? Probably that part where they were saying that they went hunting. Okay, and then I need to see something. Because there's apparently chess pieces here. Yeah. This is the pawn. This is the knight. And then in the garage, or in the shed in the back, there's this one, which is a 1. The rook is a 7. Don't have the bishop. But I feel like I should have all the parts. What am I missing? I'm just checking the walkthrough real quick, making sure I didn't miss anything. I missed the shovel. Apparently I was staring at the damn shovel and I missed it. Alright. Well, I don't think I have all the parts for that because I don't have a bishop. I have a king, I have a queen, I don't have a bishop. So we're still missing a piece. So I still don't know what this is for. Desk key. I don't recall not being able to get into a desk anywhere. Maybe the church? No, it had a padlock. And I unlocked it, I think. I cannot remember. Alright, let's go get that shovel. Let's dig up whatever they buried in the backyard of the cemetery. And we should also keep an eye out for the drains. Bam, bam, bam. We're officially reaching quiet hours. I need to be extra quiet, because everyone is going to bed. Alright, time to go to the photography studio. We're also reaching the final chapter. Like, I'm reaching the end of this walkthrough, because it just says that we get the shovel, and then we get whatever is in the... oh my god. Is that... No. It said it's in a closet. Not that one. Not that one. It's just like sticking up. It. All tools found, including myself. That's what I'm saying. I would never have seen it. I would never have seen it without this walkthrough guide. I would never have known. But yeah, the walkthrough for this chapter just ends once we get whatever we found in the inn. So it's like once we get the clues about Derek and Bernard and their involvement and everything, it just kind of ends. Did I pass a drain? I was not paying attention. I don't know. Alright, let's dig this up. Bam, bam, bam. Diggy, diggy hole. Best friends forever. Read this. January 11th, 1996. Scott is gone and Trisha's dead. How did this happen? Oh, so Derek came back. We held Trisha's funeral last week. There could have been more people. There should have been more. This village will be barren in a few months to a year. My generation is just moving out, and the old generation is dying out. I'll also be leaving here soon. Once my mother passes on, once I can't take... What? Once I can't take of her any longer. The night Vivian died, I saw Scott meeting her. I was at a distance from where they were arguing. I couldn't hear the details, but I could tell they were disagreeing. When Scott left, I went back to his cabin. I followed him. I watched him through the window till early morning, all the time thinking how we have drifted so far. How could Trisha choose him over me? Am I not enough for her? The police questioned me when Scott was suspected of killing Vivian. I know he didn't do it, but I decided not to tell him what I knew. If Scott locked up, I could have a chance to be with Trisha. This guy is psycho. I didn't expect that this small omission on my part would eventually lead to Scott's death. When Scott died, Trisha ended her life. In a way, I too died that day. I never wished for Scott to die, nor Trisha. I hope they can forgive me. Derek Tyler. This goofy ass. So he didn't kill them. Henry and the others. Maybe Henry and maybe Andrew, but definitely not Vivian. So who killed Vivian? Because this confirms that Scott didn't do it because he witnessed that they didn't fight. Scott left. And it's confirmed that in this, Derek didn't kill Scott. Bernard killed Scott. $1987. Best friends forever. Best friends forever. Yay! Trisha, congratulations. I'll always love you from Mom. The bishop. Secret of Painscreek. Hidden room in the study room. Hmm? Secret room above Father's room? Underground secret passage. Are they talking about the sewers? I can't rotate it. Hello? Interesting. There's a box, but I can't open the box. Yes, I can't open the box. Alright. That's that. Okay, so now we got all the pieces. So, I still need to find a drain. There's a secret compartment in the church? Can't open that. Okay, so now we can go back to the desk. Unlock that nonsense. Ooh, drain. Nothing. Damn. How many drains have I missed? It's gotta be nearby, right? Because it said that he just tossed it. Damn. I know I have the guide about it, but I'm like, I kind of want to find it myself. I don't want the guide to hold my hand. That's no fun. There wouldn't be any drain down there, would there? Huh. Oh well, back to the mansion. Because now I want to know about this secret room. I'm imagining that the wall lamp is in the study. Where'd the music go? Where'd the music go? Hey. This damn game, man, I swear. Alright, wait, it said there was a secret passage between here. We'll investigate that in a minute. Let's go open up what we do know. So, King, Queen, Bishop, King. My brain. Oh my god, we've been playing this for 2 hours and we're still not beating it. Jeez, it feels like only half an hour has passed. Okay, so this over here is the study room. I don't see a wall lamp. There is a missing pattern here. Okay, wait. puzzle. Oh my god. Okay, wait. I need to write that down because I'm gonna forget about that entirely. Okay. This one. No, King, Queen, Bishop, King. No. Yes. Rook. So 1. One 491. Okay, 1941. Uh-oh. King, Queen, Bishop, King. It's for sure 9. Is this a king? 4194. I'm gonna call it bullshit. There's nothing about this here. What do I do? This is the bishop. It's a 9. That's the queen, right? It's a 4. This has to be a 1. Okay. Now I'm stuck. The only thing left is to find that key. Wait, what else is here for me? Yeah, find the key in the drains. We could also look in the church. Maybe that's what has the wall lamp. Yeah, it just says find the drain key. That's the only thing we're missing here. And then we will be in the conclusion of the game. And it'll be the final pieces of the puzzle. Shua. Dude, have you ever had like a dream where you feel like you're experiencing it and then you wake up and you feel like you just got done coming from like a vacation? That happened to me the other day. Now I need to disclose this. It is not like Monster Hunter, but I had like a really weird vivid dream where I was in like this group of hunters, right? And they're dimensional hunters. So basically what they would do is they go from like different time periods and different dimensions to learn about events and try to prevent them from happening in other dimensions. So say for instance like Pompeii, right? They will go to different dimensions and they will realize that, oh hey, Pompeii happened because this creature. How do we slay this creature? Is this the secret passage? This has to be it, right? We're in front of the farmer's market. I imagine that's probably it. Yeah, because they said this is where the secret passage is. This looks like a secret passage. I don't know. But, like, I had this dream where you were a hunter, right? And you're in, like, a weird school. Imagine it like the College of Winterhold. But, okay, now I'm stumped. Because it said there was a drain here that had the key. There's no drain. So, fuck me, I guess. But anyway. Oop. Basically, you would learn, damn it, different kinds of like spells. And what was really cool is that you don't learn spells from just reading books, right? Like you can learn from reading books, but there's a magic mirror, which is like a scribe. And what was really cool about it was that the magic mirror was basically like the dreadnoughts from World of Warhammer, right? Warhammer 40k. Basically what would happen is it's a spirit, right? And it'll bestow upon you a spell that would benefit you for your mission. So like, for instance, you could be sent to go hunt poltergeists, so that way it doesn't haunt more civilians. You could be sent to go kill like dragons, or to gain knowledge from said creatures, right? Things like that. And it was really eerily creepy. It was like, basically it was, it felt like one of those animes where it comes off as innocent, but then like you go on a mission and you realize like, oh hey, yeah, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, like people die. And one of the missions was about a poltergeist, right? And what was freaky about it was that it was like one of the first missions that like, and I'm playing as like the hunter in my brain in like this dream. And what ended up happening was his first assignment was, well, okay, so backtrack, right? He meets a girl named Ariana, right? Ariana calls him out and notices that he's the new kid. She's kind of like the popular girl. He meets her by going to a racetrack. I thought that was a person standing in the doorway. And the racetrack is like a magical racetrack. Basically, they would control like little matchbox cars and use magic to, you know, influence their speed, whatever. I don't know the details. It was just whatever. And that's how she meets him, right? And then she begins to discover that he has a lot of classes with her, yada yada. And she was like, oh hey, surprise surprise, we should be friends because, you know, we have a lot of classes with one another, so why not? And so then, surprisingly enough, it was her, another girl who was like a bookworm, and then another hunter who was just like, we were all starting out. And what was freaky about it was that it was a poltergeist mission, and they were supposed to, how should I explain it? Like, they were supposed to, it was supposed to be like a level 1 threat, right? Like a tutorial baby mission, not a big deal, whatever. I don't know where this damn key drain is, but what ended up happening was they got tricked, and they were like, oh shit, this isn't a level 1 threat, it's a level 5. This thing is going to kill these students. We need to get them out now. And so basically it was really weird because this is where like it got very surreal and vivid. There was a part where like the TV started like warping. It was like an old CRT TV, like the old school ones from like the early 2000s. And you could see like a hand trying to like stretch out of it. It was really surreal. And like I was staring at this as this character, and then one of the other hunters yelled to me and they were like, you look out. And then next thing I know, the whole floor beneath me just disappeared. And then I blacked out. And then when I came to, for whatever reason, one of the other hunters, I think it was the bookworm, she was just spazzing out, right? Freaking out. And so we had to try and figure out what to do, right? This is where the ghost girl was. I'm a bit paranoid, but I don't know where the drain is. So anyway, like for whatever reason she was spazzing out, right? And everyone else was holding her down. And so when I came to, I was like, what's happening? And apparently she had been possessed by the creature, and they were like, you have to, this is the only way to stop the creature, right? Because it's in corporeal form. It's not like it's not a ghost. It's not a, you know, it's physical now, right? Like you can kill it. And so apparently the hunters have like they have guns, like not assault rifle guns, but close to that. And so what ended up happening was they were like, you have to do it, you have to kill her, and blah blah blah. And that was when I was like in the dream, and I'm like, oh shit, things just got real. And I was like really struggling to do it because I was like, I didn't realize this is what the job was like. I didn't realize that it was supposed to be this. Where the fuck is this key, dude? But where is this key? It says it's in front of the cemetery, like in front of the church. Like, oh my god. I opened every single one except for the one that I need. Jeez. All keys were found. Thank Christ. We don't have to deal with that anymore. It doesn't even say what it's for. It just says that I have it. Okay, what next? Yeah, I got that, got that, got that, got that. Got all the tools, got the diaries from there. Yep. Yep. That's my shit. All the boys and me. Alright, we're caught up. So now, apparently, Bernard's room, unlock the keys, find the weapon, get his diaries. Oh, this is when they open up the music box? We did that a long time ago. Okay, open the back gate, go down the well, grab the locket, go back, learn about Sophia, open the safe, read those things. Okay. There's a chess piece in the safe with a king. It's a king? Okay, so it's 4194. Something like that. Enter the church on the left of the altar and go upstairs. Go to the left and you'll find a door on the right. Wait, what? Underneath is the testament to Charles Roberts. On the shelf above it is the diary of Charles. Read through it. On the last page you'll find a hint for the lock in the desk in the study. Oh, it talks about the pieces. There's also a chess piece in the safe. King number is 4. It just sees... Wait, but... Apparently we missed something in the study. We missed something there. Apparently there's a voice recording. Supposedly. I had a handful of dreams that were very similar to that myself when I was younger. It really threw me for a spin after waking up, right? Isn't that so fucking weird that, like, as a kid, you'll just randomly get trauma dumped by a dream, and you'll just wake up in a cold sweat and be like, what the hell was that? Why did that happen? That happened to me once, where I accidentally had a dream where my mom was killing me, and I woke up and I was really sad, and she asked me, she was like, what's wrong? And I was like, you were killing me with my pillow and I died. And she looked at me like I was psycho. And it was very vivid. I remember it was her. She was standing in like the bathroom, like cleaning up or something, and then she turned around. She had like black, like as if someone took a pencil and just scribbled it all over her face, and then she had like really big like teeth and just like beady red eyes, and then like she moved at like breakneck speed, like bolted straight towards me. Wait, it said there's supposed to be something here. Underneath the testament of Charles Roberts, on the shelf above it is a diary. Read through it, in the last page you'll get a clue about the locked on the desk. And then there's just a picture of a recording. But it's in a desk. Huh, there's more to my Hunter surreal story, but we only got to like episode 1. Wait, what? Like, it's catching up to where we are right now, but in Charles Roberts' diary, chess pieces, king, king, queen, bishop. If you sit down on your knees for a moment and zoom in on the combination lock, you'll see the letters king, queen, bishop, and king. On the chess pieces you found, king is 4 or 5, queen is 1. What do you mean 4 or 5? code... Wait, what? The code is 5194? But that makes no sense. Where do you get 5? What? Also, they found the gift. It's a stupid puzzle. It's like crazy difficult. Okay, yeah, they unlocked the church room. They find Father Matthew's stuff. Yeah, you dig up the stuff. Derek Tyler wrote the note and is about the night of the murder of Vivian. He is the alibi for Scott, but he didn't say anything about it during interrogation. Open the box and on the right you'll find a drawing by Scott. It's kind of like a map. He only draws a few buildings on the map, but 2 of them have secret rooms, the mansion and the church. So yeah, the things that we found. Okay, find the words. Sophia, Annie's Inn, the bridge at the gate, and the post office. You have to search, but when you find words on the outside, Matthew Moon Cafe, the church, and Little Brooks. Wait, what? No fucking shot. This... I'm gonna open this, because I don't know how you figure out 5194. That to me is really dumb. Because we were so close. For whatever reason, they were like, yeah, the first king is a 5. Don't know why that is. That makes no sense to me. Okay. Becker's Investigation Services, July 17th, 1995. Upon your request, we investigated Andrew Reed and Henry Johnson's deaths. Due to the confidentiality agreements with our sources, we are unable to review the true nature of their deaths. Suffice to say, both of them did not die of said accidents, so we dug deeper. We found out that Andrew and Henry were both related to the disappearance of Sophia Miller and the death of Magdalene Roberts 20 years ago. What really happened to Sophia, we do not know as of now. However, some evidence was brought to light regarding Magdalene Roberts' death. We talked to a retired nurse who used to work at the Painscreek Community Hospital, although she preferred to remain anonymous. According to her, she came across a note while cleaning Dr. Johnson's office. Excuse me. In it, Dr. Johnson stated that the prescription was lethal to be administered only to Magdalene, and the dosage has to be precise or it will not work. No one else shouldn't take it. A letter was made out to your wife, Vivian Roberts, according to the note. If you would like for us to stop this investigation, let us know of your earliest convenience, otherwise we will continue to find out the truth about Sophia's disappearance. Jason Beckard. February 3rd, 1996. Charles Roberts. Our investigation was initially promising. We interviewed possible witnesses who might know something about Sophia's disappearance. Several months ago, however, we are nowhere near... months later, however, we are nowhere near knowing what happened to Sophia. We've searched through all the states for any possible trace to no avail. What we can conclude at this time is that the main cause of Sophia's disappearance has to do with Andrew, Henry, and Vivian. Now that they are gone, we are unable to get to the truth about what really happened to Sophia. If you prefer us to still continue to truth, however, the results look bleak. We have posted rewards for any information regarding Sophia. Hopefully it's just a matter of time before someone with real info steps up. So he was investigating about Sophia. Oh, okay, I know what he was doing. He was trying to find his lost son because Trisha had just died. So I think this was his attempt of trying to find a long lost heir, but he didn't realize it was Scott. Oof. Oof. Big oof. No, hey, give me that journal. November 18th, 1995. Months ago, right before Vivian was killed, I confronted her about her mom's death. She said she didn't know anything about it. She only administered the medicine as provided by Dr. Johnson. She was lying. I could see it in her eyes. She was scared and she was hiding her fear. I know that Vivian was never completely truthful with me, but I still have no proof yet. She never liked Mom, but I would never have thought she was capable of killing her own mother-in-law. I know that she had something to do with what happened to Mom and Sophia, but what can I do? She was my wife after all. And now, Vivian is dead. So is Scott. Now Trisha is dead too. Is this my punishment for the affair I had 20 years ago? Yeah, it is. It is, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. 100%. Okay. Now we have to figure out Sophia's gift. Because apparently it has a thing that we need to progress. You guys are not going to like this. This is dumb. Because apparently we need to go to the post office, the bookstore, no, the church, the inn, and the post office. And apparently there's clues there that we're supposed to use. But the clues are really dumb. Anyway, back to my story about hunters from another dimension. So basically, yeah, they have to kill the Berkworm girl, and everyone is trauma bonded. Yippee! But then, something fast forward. Ariana somehow ends up getting killed, but it's made to look like a kidnapping. I don't know why. I just kind of woke up at that point. But what ended up happening was, for whatever reason, I got transported to like a different dimension of the... Yeah, look at this. How would you see this? How would you see this? How would you see that? Like, look at that. How would you see that? How would you see that? Bird. So there's supposedly something here too. It's just written on the bricks somewhere. Ridiculous in my opinion, but it was really surreal because there was a point where the person I was living as, he went to a different dimension to learn secrets about like what was going on, and it was weird because like the school is normally filled like adults, right? Because you get involved with death, so it's like playground. Okay, Moon Cafe and the post office. But it was very surreal because it was like the kids were asking questions because they were also stream. That's us. Okay, let's read this. Bird playground stream. There was a birdhouse down there, yeah. Oh wait, it also said the church. But it was very surreal because like at this point it was like being a war-torn veteran, right? Just being like super traumatized and being like, yeah, I had to kill a lot of creatures and shoot a lot of things. And it's weird because the school teaches them like weapon manufacturing as well, like how to maintain your weapon, how to clean stuff, whatever. And what was so surreal about it, oop, there it is, was that for a lot of it, it was like, how should I explain it? Like all the kids were like super interested in it, right? And they were like, do you know any spells? What do you know? What can you teach us? And like it was really wholesome because I was like, oh, you know, the magic mirror, the scribe will teach you what you need to know when the time comes, you know? It's like important that you learn as you go, right? And then it was weird because I was like, I can't, okay, wait, bridge over the stream, Ends courtyard, and bridge over the stream by the gate entrance. All right, we gotta go there. But I was like, okay, don't tell the kids that you accidentally, not accidentally, but like you unfortunately had to kill your classmates because of the traumatizing event that relates to hunting monsters and jumping through dimensions. Don't tell them the horrific events that occur by being a dimension jumper. I was just like, okay, this is a little awkward because they were so enthusiastic. They were so excited. And I was like, oh, that's not good. All right, this is it. It's wild how your brain can fill out so many amazing details with dreams. Stomp. But yeah, it is weird. All right, we got bird, playground, stream, 1203, stump. So, birdhouse near the playground, near the stream, by a stump with the code 1203. I see the birdhouse. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, something loaded in. Oh. I can go through here. Birdhouse. Stomp. So Sophia said that she knew this already. Like she had discovered this. 1, 2, 0, 3. Oh, that is so sad. No. That's what she meant by what do I tell him? Oh, that's so sad. Oh no. Matthew, no. Dear Sophia, it's been quite a while since I last wrote to you. I've been busy. I hope you're doing well. Father Calvin has been guiding me on how to be a man of God, to grow my faith in the Lord and my compassion for the people. When I see those who have no beds to sleep upon and no food to eat, my heart goes out to them. I wish I could do more. Father Calvin has been handing me more and more responsibilities. It seems like he might be retiring soon. He even gave me his favorite desk, which is code 130318, the day you first came to the orphanage. In the study room. Interesting. Painscreek has been quiet recently. Nothing much goes on in the small town. Oliver is still the Painscreek's event photographer. Charles and Vivian are running their business as usual. Trisha's 7 now. She's really smart and loves to hang out with her dad. Dorothy's the same old Dorothy that we all love. Bernard's still a reliable butler. I don't think he'll ever be replaced. As for me, well, I'm still here waiting for your return. Do you remember the church attic? Well, I spend most of my free time there now, doing wood carving. It helps me relax. Hey, I even got pretty good at it. Sometimes I'll think of you and how we spent our time together. I'm not sure if you ever realized how I felt towards you. Since you left, I keep writing these letters, but I never mail them. And to be honest, it's because I don't have a clue where you might be staying right now. At the same time, writing to you has made me feel that we are still close to one another. Today marks the 6th year that you left Painscreek. Still don't know why you left. All I wanted to say is take care. This may be my last letter. One day I hope to see you again. Love always, Matthew. Damn, Matthew. That's so sad. 1982, that she was dead already. Dear Sophia, please wait for my return, 1975. Every moment I spent with you was like a beautiful dream come true. Happy birthday. That was when she was pregnant. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, we gotta go to the attic. Damn, this game is tragically sad. This is more tragic than my horrific vivid dreams. Oh man. The story is very well endowed though. Like there is so much here. There is so much in here. Like so many twists and turns. The details just keep piling on, and just when I think I got it figured out, there's another corner that I have to turn. And then there's a whole new set of stories and clues that I have to unlock. And I'm just like, what do I do? Where do I go? This is crazy. Okay. Said that his desk, which more than likely has a key, and then it leads me to the attic. I'm wondering if there's like a lamp in here that I gotta pull. Dude, I just want this done so I can, like, don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying this, but I want it done so I can make way for the other games that are coming out tomorrow. Because I really want to play Oblivion, because apparently people are already making mods for it. Like, they've added a donkey as a horse that you can recruit. Fuck this hall. I don't know what that is. It just leads to a door that says exit, but you can't open it. I don't like it. Okay. Ah, this. Okay, so it was 0318, day she was born. Dear Diary, May 13th, 1995. I visited Scott today. I couldn't believe what he said. How could Sophia be dead? How could Andrew, Henry, and Vivian have killed her? Did Dorothy know? What about Charles and Wanda? Did they know? Why didn't anyone tell me? I visited Sophia's grave today. It was just a wooden cross that Scott had made. There was no name on it. I placed some flowers in front of it. She always had a liking for flowers. We had mass today. Okay, so this explains, because around like July, he just randomly didn't want to go to the mass gathering for the church. This is probably why. We had mass today. Vivian and Henry were there. Andrew, as usual, didn't come. All I can think of whenever I looked at them is whether they actually killed Sophia or not. As they praised the Lord throughout the sermon, I felt sick to my stomach. I couldn't bear to see their faces. What should I do now? I know I should forgive them, but it's so difficult. I'm dying inside. I wish I never visited Scott. I wish I never heard what he said. I wish I could just forget everything. I need to talk to Andrew. I need him to confess. And that's the end of Matthew Brooks' story. Okay. Wait. You don't think Matthew killed one of them? Because I remember the detective said, what was it? It was recorded that there was an event, yet I remember reading somewhere that it being cancelled. Or did I read it again? I remember Matthew said that he cancelled, right? Wasn't there like a document about it? Yeah, Matthew, no. Becker's investigation, his confession, Charles's will. Event cancelled. Yeah. Father Matthew cancelled. You don't think he's the one who killed Henry, do you? And he used Derek's knife? No. Why would he use Derek's knife? He also said there was a passage to the attic. Looks like there is one too. But how does one get there? We're on the top floor. I was really hoping that closet was gonna... Oh! Damn, this game is sneaky. God damn, this game is sneaky. It was Father Reverend, or Father Matthew. He killed them. He wanted revenge for Sophia. Oh my God. Someone came to Painscreek. She cannot know. Oh shit, he's here. He is here. He's still here. Because... Oh my God. Okay. 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 Yeah, and this is the one with the E's. Oh God. He's still in Painscreek.
June 6th, 1995. I met Andrew in the evening at his house. He was hallucinating when we met, saying that he's seen Sophia everywhere. that he's a sinner and that he should die. But I didn't mean to kill him. My hands are still shaking. June 30th, 1995. Dr. Johnson came. He was surprised to see me. He tried to justify, saying it wasn't his fault, that he was only carrying the baby and had nothing to do with Sophia's death. When I revealed the truth about Magdalene, his face turned white. He didn't expect anyone to know the truth. He deserved to die. July 19, 1995. Just like the doctor, Vivian came alone. Instead of feeling guilty, she called Sophia a bitch who destroyed everything she had. I didn't feel any sign of remorse, feeling of guilt, or repentance from her at all. So I gave her time to express herself. And then I killed her. It's all over now. Why am I not at peace? There's this nosy investigator in town.
PI.
I thought that if I led him to believe that Bernard killed Vivian, he just might believe it. But I made the mistake of trying to mislead him. Now he's suspecting me of being the killer. He has to die.
You can't save from now on. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? There's nowhere for me to hide. I can't go anywhere. The only place I can think of is probably the basement. But I don't know how to navigate that. Oh my god, no. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Okay, wait. And there's some other stuff I was supposed to read too. And I'm missing a lot of stuff too. Oh, I have to go through the sewers. I have to go through the sewers. Oh my god, I have to go through this. I have to go to the hospital. Oh god, okay. Okay. Sophia. Oh my god. I can't be making this much noise right now. Okay, follow Sophia. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god. I'm literally shitting bricks right now. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Wait, no, I just go straight, don't I? Oh god. Yeah, I remember this place. Yeah, hey, Sophia. Hey. Okay. Sophia's trying to help. She's a good person. She was just trying to do the right thing. Oh my god. I need this music to calm down. I need you to calm down, music. Yeah, Sophia. Okay, she's trying to help me guide. She's trying to guide me, that's all. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, what the hell? had no idea it was gonna be Father Matthew. I was not expecting Father Matthew at all. Dude, that twist is creeping me out. I was not expecting that at all. Okay, we have to go up. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, this is an attic. Oh my god, he's coming. Where are the stairs? Sophia, where are the stairs? This isn't it. Oh, I'm so fucking dead. Oh, I think I turned around turn. I made a wrong turn. Oh my god, I made a wrong turn. Oh my god, I made a wrong turn. Oh my god, he's running after me. Oh my god, I made a wrong turn. Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna fucking die. Sophia, where are you? Please. Sophia. Okay. We're fine. We're okay. No, we're not. What the fuck? Okay, but we can juke him. Oh, Sophia. Hey. Okay, we're going the right way. 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Dude, I'm so screwed. What the fuck? Oh my god. Sophia! Oh my god. Oh my god. Sophia with the clutch. I'm glad you made it back safely and uncovered the truth about the Painscreek Killings. Good job. Your story will be on the front page news of tomorrow's newspaper. Please submit the following information as well as a photo for your article as soon as possible. Richard Harris. By the way, we found out who hired P.I. Stephen Moss. Who killed Vivian Roberts. I need a minute. This game, how did I manage to find the one, like, mystery game that had horror in it? Dude, they did a great job. This whole time they were building up the fact that, like, it felt like I was not alone, and I wasn't. They did a great job of that. What sucks is that I missed some stuff. And I apologize for using a guide to go through that. I didn't know Sophia was gonna, like, point the way. I thought it was just survive. But apparently the thing that I missed was that medical book, that secret passage in the study. Apparently it unlocked a secret room that had diaries and photos. Apparently it explained Magdalene's death, and it was the rest of Charles' diaries. And then afterwards, yeah, it's the chase. You run around, you get saved, and then you use your context clues. Okay, yeah, so who killed Vivian Roberts? Matthew Brooks. What was the murder weapon? And axe. What's your photo for the newspaper article? Ooh. Should I use the picture of Sophia? But that is nice, the storytelling. Because this wasn't just about us finding out what happened to Vivian. It was about Sophia trying to stop Matthew. I love that. I love that massive plot twist. Because the whole time we thought that Sophia, I thought the whole time Sophia was just a random jump scare. But no, she was the main character of this story. She wanted us to find the clues so we could stop Matthew from killing more people. And like, she didn't inherently guide us, right? But at the end, she did help us. She wanted to guide us and help us figure everything out. That chase scene though, that freaked me out. I was panicked. I was like, please don't tell me this is that thing where they make it seem like somebody's here, but in reality they're not. And then next thing I know, I hear him locking the fucking door. That explains why you couldn't go into the basement. Because yeah, the whole time I was like, it's weird that we can't open that door. It must lead to the sewers. I'm gonna use this one. Yeah. To Dorothy Patterson, my name is Janet Kelly. I'm here to inform you on the behalf of PI Steve Moss. Oh, Dorothy sent the investigator. That's right, because she knew everything. The secrets of Painscreek Killings have come to light. He is, however, missing. Police are searching for his whereabouts. While preparing for this letter, I can't help but wonder, what if Charles didn't commit adultery? What if Vivian had not confronted Sophia? What if Magdalene had not insisted on a son to continue the family line? Could things have turned out differently? In hindsight, it's easy to say what they should not have done. Sometimes it's hard to make the right decisions in life, isn't it? Did Derek really hate Scott so much that it led to his death? Could Matthew not have sought revenge for Sophia? And why did Henry Johnson choose to be an accomplice in Magdalene's death? The truth was that everyone made the choice they thought was best, but not necessarily the right one. That made me realize the following. We have the freedom to say or do whatever we want, but there are consequences to our actions. The bigger the mistake, the harsher the consequence. It was true that Charles and Sophia's affair was wrong, but Vivian had a choice. Either confront Charles about it, or take it out on Sophia. She chose the latter. Just as Vivian made her choice, so did Andrew, Henry, and Matthew. In the end, they all had to face consequences. One thing puzzled me. If Steve and I were both trying to find the truth, why was I saved but not him? I didn't read the rest of it. Painscreek Killings truth revealed. Oh, I should have used the portrait of Sophia that they had, but I like the picture of the ghost. Damn. What a great fucking game. That was fantastic. That was immaculate. That was amazing. And this game had very good, like, I love this. I know I joked about how it was like, it's not that good. I want to blow up this game. But like, dude, I take all my words back. This game was fantastic. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making such a fantastic story. That was crazy. 92% complete. Rank detective. Even if you get 100%, it just gives you completionist. And the reason why was because we missed that one room, because apparently the combination code 4 left, 6 right, 3 left, apparently it was telling us the order of operations to go from where we placed the book. So it'd be like, okay, go 4 books down, press this, go 6 books right, press that, go 3 books left, press that, and then it opened. I don't know what happened to the detective. I don't know if they ever discovered, because there's an achievement that says discover the detective, right? Let me see here. I'm missing 8 achievements. There's the completionist, case unsolved, which I'm assuming is just you bailing. You're fired, which is again probably you just bailing. Find all the letters. Missing journalist. Oh, I'm assuming that's if you die, because there is an alternate ending where you become a missing journalist for the papers. Derek Tyler's story didn't get finished. Interesting. I don't know how I didn't finish his. Yeah, Oh, the ending. One thing that puzzled me, if Steve and I were both trying to find out the truth, why was I saved but not him? I hope I can find an answer someday. Till then, this is the story of the Painscreek Killings. So we just never find the detective. He's just gone. Damn. Dude, that chase scene at the end fucked me up. That scared me. My heart was beating. But overall, really good game. I love this. This is why I like mystery games, right? Because it's like, I know it started off rough, and my only gripe about it is two things. I didn't like, well, three. I didn't like the like the unbalancing of the audio. Like some sound effects were just crazy loud. It was very unbalanced. I didn't like that. I didn't like I liked the idea that you had to take notes to keep track of everything, right? Because it was really nice. It felt like you were part of it. But what I didn't like was that you had to use an IRL book. I would have much preferred like a journal or something similar, right? Like an in-game journal, right? Because Skyrim has a mod about that where like you can get a journal and write down your adventures and like your feelings about people and stuff like that. And it's a really cute mod. And I would have loved to have something similar like that in this game. Where if like, you know, I could just pull it up and I can write down notes. I can write down like go here, go there, this and that, right? Because in this game, when a lot of it was like, okay, hey, you have this key, all right, you have this code. My first instinct was not, okay, let me reach for my gamer journal in my real life world, you know? It was more like, okay, I should probably, I should probably try to figure this out, like recall where I was and blah, 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 blah. But I do love that it didn't hold my hand. I was a big fan of that because it felt like I had to use detective skills to piece it all together, right? Like I was piecing together like, okay, it said that the killer was left-handed. Okay, let me read my journals. Which one of these hands are tilting, like which handwritings are tilting to the left and which ones aren't? And it's like, I like it because the game was kind of like confirming my detective skills, right? I wasn't just blindly bumbling around, right? It was like I would come across things and then like the previous detective would confirm that like, hey, I'm at the same page that you are. I'm at the same point where I'm confused just as much as you. I don't know how to move forward. But the fact that you got here shows that you are doing the right thing, right? And that's what I liked about it. I liked that it was like, okay, use context clues, piece things together, figure things out, right? And it was very interesting, and I liked that, right? That it didn't hold your hand. The other thing that I didn't like was the key system. I did not like that you had to very meticulously like stare at a lock and then go into your inventory and then use a key. I did not like that. I would rather much just be like, okay, hey, where does this key go? I don't know. Let me just spam the doors. And the reason why was because there was so many houses, so many rooms, and so many keys that I didn't know where to go with it. Right? Like for instance, when I got the manor key yesterday, I had no idea, and you could argue it was just bad context clues on my part, but it just said it was a fancy key. So I had no idea that I was supposed to use it in a door in the manor, right? Like that did not cross my mind at all. So it was like, I wish it would be one of those things where I could just like spam it on different doors and then whatever opens, right? Because I feel like that would have made the flow of it much nicer, right? But I can also understand that it's like they wanted you to investigate what key goes where. But again, a lot of this was me depending on a walkthrough guide. So I feel like that choice of like, okay, use your detective skills to figure out what keys goes where didn't really land as the way they would have hoped, because I had to look up guides because I'm like, I don't know what this will go to. Like I have zero idea, right? Like for instance, the old key in the drain, the only reason why I put that together was because that was the only key I had left, you know? But overall, dude, I love this. I loved everything about it. I loved that it started off with me just bumbling around being like, all right, find out about Vivian, whatever. And then it turned into like, okay, hey, I discovered a secret scandal and another separate murder. And you know, and now it turned into me discovering one investigation and discovering three, right? It was me discovering the death of Sophia, the scandal of Sophia with Charles and what happened to Scott. And then, you know, like basically I was learning about so many different lives, right? I was learning about Sophia's life. I was learning about Scott's life. I was learning about Charles and Matthew's life and all that other kind of stuff. And so it was nice because it wasn't just, all right, find the clues, solve the mystery. It was discover the story, learn about the people, learn about their lives, their motivations, who could have done what were their motives, what were their alibis, who was where, who was with who was doing what. You know, it wasn't just like, oh, hey, look, this axe is missing. If I find the axe, I find the killer. And it's like, no, right? Like trying to discover who, and like the fact that there was more than one murder, I think is what made it a lot more fun. Because it wasn't just find out about who killed Vivian, right? Like when we went to the cemetery and I found everyone's gravestones, I was so baffled because I was like, wait, everyone is dead. Like Scott is dead, Trisha is dead, Henry is dead, Andrew is dead, Vivian is dead, and they all died at the same time, like close to the same time. So then it became like a paper trail of like, okay, this is much more in depth than just one person's mysterious death. This is like a series of killings that has been going on. And if I want to find the truth about what happened to Vivian, I need to backtrack everyone's lives. And I like that. I like that it was more than just one story. It was multiple stories that all kind of branched into one, right? Because it's like, you know, like I started at the video, it was like, okay, hey, I don't know what happened to Trisha. I don't know what happened to Scott. We need to learn about that, right? And then I feel like if we learn those two deaths, we'll get closer to figuring out Vivian's. And we did, right? We found out about Bernard. We found out about how Trisha unfortunately committed suicide. We found out about how, you know, the detective was like getting thrown onto Bernard's trail and things like that. We were learning about Charles. We were learning about Dorothy and all these other people. And it's like, I didn't even know Dorothy survived. So I'm glad that they cleared that up at the end because I had no clue she was still alive because she is old. She's like in her 80s in this part of the game, I think. So like, I was very surprised that she was still alive. But what I want to know, because apparently I missed a journal, what was Derek's ending? Because I know he just left, right? I know he just left, never came back. He came back in 96 to write a confession letter. But that was pretty much it. I just want to see what his diary was. Oh man, there are some people who were disappointed. That's sad. I loved it. I love this game. And the reason why was because, like, just the fact that, like, I came across Sophia by a mistake. I accidentally bumbled into Sophia and by going into Andrew's house, right? Because I just had a key for it. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll just find this. I don't know what this is for. Who cares? And then I got jump scared by her and I've been paranoid ever since. Right? And then because of that, I've been so focused on Sophia that, like, because I was focused on her, I feel like that helped progress the story. Right? And it's just, oh, I love this. Really, really love it. I'm trying to find the diaries. Like if I can just read them. Okay, yeah, there's one here from 1995. 1995, Trisha visited me again today. Ever since Scott was fired, I was told not to see Trisha anymore. She's been visiting me quite often. Wait, no, I did read that. Did I miss one? I had a nightmare today. No, we have that. And we went cycling today. I got all three. Yeah, because there's one about how, oh no, this is new. Trisha visited me again today. Ever since Scott was fired and was told not to see Trisha anymore, she's been visiting me quite often. Not only is she angry at Vivian, she's also annoyed with Scott, saying that Scott is avoiding her. I visited Mom today. Her cancer has relapsed. After her tumor disappeared 2 years ago, no one expected it to return again, especially this quickly. Mom looked fine and seemed to be getting used to the hospital visits. Dr. Johnson said that the chemotherapy sessions are needed due to late-stage cancer and that she would need my support more than ever. Upon leaving, I saw Scott talking with Dr. Johnson. They looked serious. I wondered if Scott found a new job after getting fired. Okay. And that was it. That was the end of that. So yeah, it seems like Derek's story just, he knew what happened, didn't say anything, and just bailed. God. Oh, what a story. It's so tragic too. This is one of those things where I'm going to think back on it and just cry. Oh man. Because what really sucks about it is that, like, poor Sophia just wanted to have a nice life, you know? And then on top of that, everyone who got involved was just like, I can't believe it was Father Matthew. That I was not expecting. I was not expecting that twist. I didn't expect him to, like, I didn't expect the man of God to be the killer. That's like a new twist on the butler did it. What'd you guys think? Do you guys enjoy it? Do you guys have fun? I feel like puzzle heavy games need to have a good enough direction on their own without a guide. Yeah, like some puzzle games are fine with guides, but like I had no problem with this one. It's just some of the things were very obscure. And I was just like, I can't figure out what did it or like where to go about it. Oh man. What a crazy game. Crazy game. I wasn't expecting a deep and involved story as it had, right? I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be like, how should I say it? Whoa, I can rotate. All right, that's news to me. What is happening to my leg? Do you guys see that? Oh, it's because I'm leaning back. I'm like, what is my leg doing? Like, what? It always somehow comes down to three motives: love, power, and money. Yeah, but what's crazy is that his was revenge. Because, like, you could argue it was about love, sure, but, like, his whole thing was about, like, getting revenge for Sophia. And that, but I love the context clues that, like, we got to piece it all together before we got the answers, right? So, like, when we were reading the autopsy, and I was like, that sounds like an axe blunt head, and like there are axes missing from Bernard's house. So it's like that's very interesting, and like we pieced it together before the story told us. That's what I love about it. I love that we got to like use detective skills and piece it together before we figured anything out. It was a very nice like pace of the game. I'm glad you guys liked it. I was very like hesitant about it when I first started it because I was worried that it was going to be like too boring and like, oh, it's a walking sim, nothing's happening, no one's going to like it. I was very worried that was what was going to happen, but I'm glad we all enjoyed it. God, my biggest sadness is for Sophia. That's the one thing that I'm so sad about. Like, she was so innocent, not innocent, like, you know, she caused an affair, but you know, she just wanted a nice life for her kid. You know, she just wanted to have a nice job, better life than the orphanage, and then, you know, if you search for another good mystery game, I can recommend Infra. Let me see. But the question is, do you guys like the mystery games? Right? Because I did Ethan Carter because I think I got it for free, or it was on sale or something, so I just did it. And I just did it because I was like, all right, it's a game that we can play. But if you guys like mystery games, I'll play more. Because personally, I love mystery games. I love games that do this where you have to figure out like what happened and discover tragedies and try to get to the truth. I love games like that. Super involved mystery games are really fun for me. That's good to know. Because if you guys like mystery games, I'll put more on the docket. Because I'm more of like a story-based like horror kind of guy for myself, right? Like I played Visage. You know, like I would play Outlast and things like that, Alien Isolation, Callisto Protocol. But Like, if you guys like mystery games as a change of pace, I'll definitely do that. Because it wouldn't be one of those things where I'll be like, yeah, for like the next 3 days, we're going to play mystery games. I like to stream with like variation to where it'll be like, okay, we're going to play a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right? So that way everyone gets a little bit of something for today. So if I'm like, hey, we're going to play a mystery game today, and people are like, it's not my cup of tea. And then I'll be like, don't worry, because afterwards we're going to go play Minecraft or something. I like to variety my streams. Like, I can't do that tonight because I have to go to bed because I got to reset my sleep schedule. Let me see about, let me check this out, Infra. It's very positive. It came out in 2016. Let me take a look-see. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. Oh wait, I should read the description. Sorry. Infra puts you into the boots of a structural analyst on a routine mission. Quickly, though, your task turns into a fight for survival, all caused by deep-rooted schemes of the past. Your tools are simple: your camera and the wits to navigate a labyrinth of debris.
My name is Alex Hartman. I was just betrayed by the man who practically built this whole city. It started with Bergman, then Stahlberg Steel, and now my company, all bankrupted by Jeff Walter. He bought the companies for next to nothing and then ran them straight into the ground. But that's the least of my problems. With the company out of business, there's no way we can keep everything in good repair.
Why am I getting Half-Life vibes?
All over the city.
It looks like Half-Life.
But no one's doing anything about it.
It's like a Gmod.
The mayor, and now it seems like even the governor's in his pocket. They care more about his money than what he's doing to this place.
Oh, it looks very pretty.
It's going to happen. And I don't want to be here when it does. Because there's one thing I'm sure of. Everything's about to fall apart.
Whoa. It's the engine? Is it really? Is it the SFM engine? Oh, dude. Ooh. Guys, do you want to play this? Is this the next mystery game? See, here's the thing though. I'm not against this. I do like this. I like the vibe that it's going for, right? I do like what it's trying to do. It came out in 2016. Wow. But here's the thing that's getting me. The thing that I like about Painscreek Killing the most is that it made a sense of fear without doing anything. Like, the only thing it did was spawn in a creepy girl into the woods and make her disappear. It shut off the lights into the hospital, and it showed me a creepy picture of the girl on the roof. Right? And then, like, some places had, like, lamps that were on and things like that. But it preyed on that superliminal fear that, like, you don't feel like you're alone. You know? It really built up that atmosphere that, like, you are not alone here. Someone else is still in this town following you. That's what I love the most about Painscreek Killing, is that it built that sense of dread that someone was here in this dead, empty town. Right? And that's what put me on edge the entire game. And then what I loved about it was that they preyed on it so much. Like, especially when we found out that he was still here in the church, right? When he was like, there was a female investigator here. She can't learn the truth. She can't be left to live. I started panicking. I was like, dude, this is how I die. And the whole time I'm thinking in the back of my head, I was like, they haven't added any, like, walking creatures or animations or anything like that. Ooh. Sorry, I thought I woke them up. But But like the whole time I was like freaking out because I was like, dude, I don't think anyone's actually here. I think this is just them trying to psych me out. I think they're just trying to scare me a little bit and be like, haha, teehee, we're gonna make you think someone's here. Cause like they had every opportunity to make that. Cause like the fact that the dude was chasing me at such a fast speed tells me that they know how to do animation. They can put the ghost girl walking around the house. They could have made her like walk past doorways or stand in like windows and things like that, but they didn't, right? And the whole time they made me think that, oh, nothing's gonna happen, and then something happened. And that's what I like about it the most, is that they preyed on my sense of fear that someone else was here. And so, although I like this, right? I like this atmosphere, I like the engine. My worry is that it's not gonna hold that kind of a grip on me. I'm very worried that, like, the story I'm sure would be very interesting, especially with like this many positive reviews. And it seems like another under the radar project, right? Like from 2016, it only has over like close to 3,000.
Listen.
Oop. I feel like this is one of those games where like the story is gonna hold me, but I also kind of wish that it would be, because I had no idea Painscreek Killing was a horror game. I had no idea. Like, it's certainly a mystery puzzle solver first, horror game second, but I was not prepared for that. Like, dude, I was having a little bit of a panic attack at the fact that I had to run for my life at the end of it. I was not ready for that. And I still feel kind of bad that I was using a walkthrough for it, but it's like, dude, it's very late. I cannot afford to get this scared about it. Also, is the Blueprints another fun mystery game? Because I've been seeing everybody do this. And I don't know if I should jump on this as well. Because I was kind of moved away from it because it's like a puzzle, like escape room kind of thing. And it wasn't my cup of tea. I don't like escape rooms. Right? I like mystery solving games where it's like, you know, you're handed the clues and you have to figure it out on your own. It's super puzzle solve heavy. I like mystery games where the puzzle is solving what went wrong. But if you guys want to see Infra, I would be down to play it. I'd be down to play this if you guys would want to watch it. Oh, this is definitely SFM.
Citizens of Stahlberg.
Ooh, you're a bit loud.
Let me ask you, who was it that rebuilt this city? Who was the one that protected this city and dedicated his whole life to its well-being? And yet, this is how you thank me. You believe those who betrayed us and labeled me a traitor. I know they've been up to something big, something that could be catastrophic for our future. But I won't let them destroy Stahlberg, my life's work. The corrupt officials want to silence me, but I won't let them. They will never find me, and I won't rest until everyone knows the truth.
There are some horror elements, but it's not like Painscreek Killings. Like, this is giving me like Gmod liminal map kind of horror vibe, where it's like you feel like something's gonna get you, but I don't know if it'll capture, like, I don't think anything can capture the same feeling as Painscreek Killings. So like, I'm not gonna hold it to that standard, but the only standard I'm gonna hold it to is it gonna be like a detective game where it doesn't hold my hand, right? Like, do I have to solve the things on my own? That's what I want. The only horror game that scared me when I was a little kid was the game Scary Maze. My brother was playing it. Oh yeah. Xbox and Roblox. Yeah, those things are horrifying. But would you guys want to watch Infra? I'd be down for Infra. I also gotta go play Papers, Please. I gotta play Papers, Please, and I think it's called Not Tomorrow. I can't remember what the game is called. Hold on. What is the game called? Because tomorrow Expedition 33 comes out, and I am very excited for that. I really want to play it. Oh, there's this one that I really want to play. I don't know when it comes out. It's like Papers, Please. What was it? They mentioned it. It's like Papers, Please, but it's like another game. I can't remember. It's really weird to explain. Planet Inveritid. You know what? You guys read this. You figure out how to spell this. I don't know how to read this shit. I don't even think this is a word. Basically, like Planet Verdingun's Cannon Commandant. I don't know how to word that. Planet Verdingun's Commandant. Yeah, the PVKK. So it's very, yeah. But what I like about this, it's like Papers, Please, but it's very strange. It's like there's a secret to it. I'm really excited for this game. Basically, you're a planetary defense cannon, so you have to stop like meteors, space invasions, stuff like that. I'm really excited for this game. I feel like we'll have a lot of fun playing this. I can feel us just all yelling about like, fire the cannon! But apparently there are things that you're not supposed to do. Like there are secrets about like, don't drink the tea, don't play the tapes, don't follow these commands, think for yourself, right? So it's one of those things where like, there's multiple endings, but your choices matter, you know? So I really want to play this and see what the story is. Cause I would really love to play this with you guys and then all of us just lose our mind and panic about like, shit, fuck, the meteor's coming, we gotta go. And then we just gotta like panic trying to launch the cannon. But yeah, like, you see what I mean? Just like us waking up in the middle of the night, we're like, what the fuck? Oh shit. I'm so excited for it. And it's made in Godot, which I thought was really impressive. That they made it look so gorgeous with Godot engine. That was really cool. But yeah, that game I'm really excited for. It's not announced yet, but I can't wait for it to come out. I'm so excited for it. But yeah, because I like that one because it's like I can't remember the game of it, but I don't know. It's very fun. I have so many mystery games on here. like I got Nobody Wants to Die, Detective, Dystopian, Noir, Thriller, The Operator, Detective, Investigation, Conspiracy. I mean, they're both very positive. 92% positive, 86. So it's like, you know, I would love to play this with you guys. I think that'd be fun. I'm trying to think. Void Whisperers. Isn't that Voices of the Void? What is Voices of the Void? Is it any good? Because I see Grimmy play it a lot. And I even got reached out by the devs one day because they asked if Lena would play it again. And I was like, I can't really speak for Lena. If she wants to play it, she'll play it. But I hear so many good things about it. But every time I watch it, I'm just like, it doesn't look like anything's happening. Oh, this was the... I found it. Ooh, it is called Not Tonight. It's a very specific kind of game. I haven't watched enough to really understand what grabs people so much. Same, like I understand spooky paranormal stuff happens, but I don't know like what the story is. Like when Lena played it, I thought it was about like, oh, you have to try and make contact with aliens. But then when people play it, they're like, nah, it's not that. I'm just like, I don't understand. Anyway, this is Not Tonight. This is the parody for Papers, Please. It's not from the same devs, but it's extremely similar, right? So basically you have like the same thing, right? You have to follow certain IDs, certain things, blah, blah, blah. But it's one of those games where like you have to, you know, there's a list, there's certain dress codes, there's certain things, But let me show you. But yeah, it's very, very identical to Papers, Please, right? You get an ID, you follow certain rules, certain people are allowed in, certain people aren't. But what's nice about it, hold on. What's nice about it is that like it gets to a point, yeah, where really crazy shit happens. And so it's like your choices do affect what could happen. So it's like if you accidentally let in the wrong person, guess what? The whole place might blow up. You don't know. And there's 2 of these games, which is very, very fun. So yeah, there's Not Tonight, and then there's a sequel, Not Tonight 2. This one is a little bit more political. Immigration enforcement case number 112, you are under arrest. Unless your friends can cross broken America, retrieve your identifying documents, stay out of trouble. This is the end of the American dream for you. So it's basically the same thing, but it tackles like a more... That is 100% copyrighted. It covers like a political standpoint. So it's like, okay, now instead of letting you into clubs, now you have to let people into like mixers, into political offices, government buildings, things like that. So very similar to the first one. I don't know, but I like the first one. I remember watching this one and I was just like, this is fun. I like this one a lot. But yeah. Man, I really want to play Expedition 33 tomorrow, but I'm so scared that the game itself, I'm so paranoid that it's gonna have bad reviews. I'm so worried that it's not just gonna be able to be like optimized, or the story's not gonna be great, or the combat's gonna be weird. Because Yeeti sold me on it, and I really want to play it, but I also want to play Oblivion because I never played Oblivion before. So, if it helps, pre-release reviews are all 9 out of 10s. Oh, that's fantastic. That's so good. I'm hoping it holds up to that. I hope so too. Because so far it looks like a tragedy game and I'm so excited for it. Damn, and the outfits look sexy. Look at that. They look so good. Damn, I'm so excited. So excited. And it looks so good. The fact that it's real-time RPG, watch it not work on my PC. I mean, it should. I got a 4090. It's a recommended 3060 Ti. I got plenty. Everyone said it's one of the best games they've ever played. Yes. I'm so excited. We'll probably play this tomorrow. The game plans to unlock in approximately 1 hour. We all know what Yeeti's going to be playing. But in the meantime, I gotta go. I am I'm not even tired, but I do have to go to bed, because if I don't, then I need to reset my sleep schedule. So I'll probably be streaming this tomorrow, hopefully. I'll probably run like a test stream and then just see if it'll fix or if it'll work or not. But what time works for everyone here? Because I've only been doing late streams because I've been waking up late. This is not my ordinary time, and I don't like to disturb everyone else's sleep just because I'm playing games. So it's like, I don't know if I should stream early in the morning or if I should stream in the afternoon. Because I would like to find a time that doesn't really compromise with people. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I should do it around like, pretty much any time works for me. I'll be up around, I'm up until about 7 a.m. EST. Because I don't like conflicting with too many people's schedules. Because I know there's a ton of other streamers that are much more like, they got a lot more going on than I do. But it's one of those things where I'm like, I want to play this at a time that works for everybody. So that way we can all just like sit down, hang out, chill. Something. When have I been live? god, almost 4 hours. Yeah. I think now's a good stopping point. Alright. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. Dude, I can't believe we beat Painscreek Killing. God. Poor Sophia. Ugh. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys loved your stay. Hope you guys will come back for the next one. We'll probably play tomorrow. Maybe around like 5 p.m. Or maybe around like 2 p.m. EST. I'm not sure. Do what works for you. I can always watch VODs. Somehow I do that for most of the people I watch. Alright, fair enough. But yeah, I'll probably play around like maybe 2 p.m. tomorrow. I'm not sure. I guess we'll play it by ear because I still don't know what a good schedule would be for me because it's kind of like it always bounces around. I just kind of like, all right, whatever it is, whatever it is. I'm just checking something real quick. All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you guys spending time with me on this lovely afternoon, this evening. Oh, God. I hope you guys enjoyed Painscreek Killings. And for anyone who just joined and doesn't know what we're talking about, there's a VOD from yesterday of Painscreek Killing that has the whole 9 hours. I think it's 4 hours because for like half of that we were BSing and just chatting and playing Drug Simulator Schedule 1. But if you guys want to check out the whole story of Painscreek Killing, there's a VOD from yesterday that you can watch. I'll probably upload this to my VODs channel. I'm pretty sure it's just Ghostifur VODs. I don't know. I haven't touched it in like a year. But I'll try my best to upload this that way because this was a great story. This is a really good game. So we'll probably upload that there. So if you want to check that out. And yeah, see you guys later. You might want to look up your audio mix currently. The music overshadows you for tomorrow. Wait, what do you mean? Is my music overshadowing me right now? Is it? Is it too loud? Or are you talking about like the game for tomorrow? Because yeah, I 100% plan to do a test stream and be like, okay, is the audio set up? Is my audio busted? I don't think it is. I feel like it's been doing pretty fine for right now. Because the game for today was kind of brokey. You know, it should be fine. I'll test it out tomorrow when I get the game. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. The music is louder than you? Are you sure? Because it's pretty low for me right now. Oh wait, you want to know what it is? Hold on. I have the volume up on Spotify. Yeah, the volume was up over here. And I gotta turn this up for me. How's that now? Is that better? Let me hear it. Hold on. Let me hear it. Hold on. That sounds fine. Let me put it back to where it was. Oh, that was better? Okay. I'll put it back down. Okay. Well, this is better for you guys. And please do let me know if the audio is ever off. Like, I know I used to give people a hard time about that because I'm like, I know what I'm doing. But there are also times where, like, people didn't tell me that for Stranded Still Wakes the Deep, that, like, the game was blowing out my mic and nobody could hear me talk. Nobody said anything, so I couldn't use any of the footage. So now I'm like, guys, yell at me if the audio is off. Like, if the game is too loud, if the music is too much, if you can't really hear me that well, like, speak up. Like, I have no problem with changing it. It's very small tweaks here and there. So. But yeah, I'll see you crazy cowpokes tomorrow for Expedition 33. So get your rest, get your snacks, Set your clocks. Set your timers. We're gonna have a fun time tomorrow.